Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Rise and Shine College Football. I'm your host, Jason Watkins. He's my co-host, Big Mike Boganowski. And if you love college football, you know you're in the right place. So before you forget, smash that red subscriber button, like our videos, and don't forget to ring the bell so you don't miss one moment of Hall of Fame college football. What's up, Big Mike?
What up, man? Chilling, man. Enjoyed a nice little down weekend. Got been productive and ready for this Alabama game, ready for this Bama game.
Little production for the weekend, huh?
Yeah, just not too much. I can't have the wife thinking I'm that sweet and that skilled around the house, but just enough to keep her happy.
Right. Hey, listen, as long as mom's happy, everybody's happy, right?
Right. Yeah. You gotta do a little projects for me and a little project for her, and but like 75-25 my projects.
Come on, we know better. We know better. We know that number's flipped. Come on. Welcome into the show, everybody. We're glad to see everybody in here. So far, we just got Stephen G in the section. What's up, everybody? Make sure that you like the video. Check in as you get in. All that good stuff. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about this. How big of a deal is it if J.A. transfers? I don't think Hawkins is going anywhere. He's Sooner born and bred. Crimson runs deep. Money runs deeper, boys and girls. Money runs deeper, boys and girls. But I do think that, well, as you saw on the title of the video, Michael Hawkins, they need him to stay. He must be, and so he must play in these next two games. I think that it has to be him. I don't know why in the world, if you know that Jackson Arnold is likely transferring, and I've been telling you guys, if you've been listening to me at all, which I don't know why you have to listen to me, but if you've been listening to me at all, I've been telling you that he's gone anyway. He's gone anyway. I'll tell you why not Casey. Because Casey doesn't matter for the future. If you want to do some kind of I guess if you're coming into this weekend talking about this and thinking about this, and however you might have an opportunity to win the game, if you can put Casey in at certain points and, help move the team forward offensively, so be it. But you need to make sure that you lock down Michael Hawkins for next year. And how do you do that? And how do you get him ready? It's the same way you do with the rest of these young guys that we've been talking about, and that is to get him in there, get him in the game. And after what I saw from Jackson Arnold last weekend, I don't want him in there. If it's just me, I don't want to see him in there. I don't know, Big Mike, what do you think?
I tend to agree. I think Sooner Nation tends to agree.
Yeah.
In respects to Jackson Arnold, I don't know what benefits you get from playing an individual that is most likely going to transfer. I honestly, if you really want to know my real opinion, I honestly believe I can go under multiple. I can get behind multiple courses of action, right?
No.
I can get behind Michael Hawkins playing the last two games, but I can also get behind Michael Hawkins sitting the last two games. The way that this old line is playing, why take the punishment? You know what I mean? I get behind that too, and maybe it is Casey Thompson. I can get behind that. Like I'm not opposed to any course of action, but I don't know about Zurbrugg. Don't know what he's been doing in practice, like rep wise, but that seems a little far fetched for Alabama and LSU.
Yeah, his first action at all period is going to come against Alabama. Yeah, I don't think so. Or on the road at LSU in Death Valley at nighttime, almost surely. No, I don't see it either. As far as Jackson's going to take a pay cut in NIL, somewhat, but the truth is if he leaves, when he leaves, because I'm going to tell you, he gone. When he leaves, there will be a bidding war for him. He was the Elite 11 winner, 5-star guy, and there's going to be somebody out there that's going to say, I could fix him. No problem. That was an OU problem. That wasn't a problem for him. We can fix him. We need to get him. Don't get it twisted. He won the Elite 11. You're muted there, boss. You're muted. You're muted. Big Mike.
Yep, my bad. What are the chances a new offensive coordinator has that same opinion? We can fix him.
Right.
I mean, that's a possibility. You never know.
What are the chances that the new coordinator could say we can fix him? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Like Dan Mullen, somebody like that. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I guarantee you he would say that he could fix it.
I mean, these coaches are alphas, right? You know, they all think that they all think that they can fix it, and they are better than the previous coach. That's just the way it is. Like, you know what I mean?
Low bar right now, but sure.
But I mean, that's how they all think. They all think that way. Yeah. They all think that way. I know better. I'm better. My guys are better. I can coach better. Like, that's just the way they think.
Well, God help us if they can't, because it hadn't been good. We know that this is a football team. As the further you go into this SEC season and you start breaking down all the games that have happened and the losses to who and by whom, listen, they were in every game except for the South Carolina game. It was over quickly, right? The rest of them, even the Texas game, they had opportunities to win that football game, to be in the game a lot longer than they were, to have, they had chances. So in the end, I think you need to look at it in terms of, you got to find a way. You got to find a way to, get it done on the offensive side. They didn't do that. But yeah, if you're Dan Mullen, if you're whoever they may be going to get in here, Stein, whatever, Stein being a Texas high school guy, he knows who he is. He knows all about both of these guys. And my guess is that, he'd be able to say the same thing. The hard part about Jackson Arnold is not just the way that he played, but I think the stuff that he probably went through and how he feels about the entirety of the staff, right? Dan Mullen or Arbuckle. I do not want Arbuckle.
Listen, man, I don't know why, but especially after, didn't they just lose the Lobos?
Who? No, Arbuckle?
Isn't he Washington State?
Yeah. Did they lose to the Lobos?
Dude, I think they did.
Then hell no. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't want anybody that is connected to Texas Tech. Old school Texas Tech, new school Tech. I don't want them. I'm going to put that out there for you guys. I don't want another Texas Tech guy here. It's been Texas Tech North for too fucking long. We don't need it.
Yeah.
That's not who you need. That's just my opinion on it. I don't want to have it. You look, Coop talks about this a lot on their show, and that's kind of what it became with Lincoln, Texas Tech North. And you know what? No. Shit. I've heard people, been people in the comment section of the videos, after the fact and stuff, arguing with me about Cliff Kingsbury, for God's sakes. Oh, dude, Washington State offense didn't lose that game. It was the defense. Hey, man, it's still New Mexico, brother.
The Lobos, bro.
It's the Lobos. That Washington State offense couldn't put up enough to win that game. Yikes.
That Lobo defense is porous.
Porous. Yeah. Look, man. New. This is not who we want. This is not.
Well, they don't. A lot of people don't realize how we feel about the Lobos. You know what I mean, and how that runs deep. So it's okay if you guys don't understand, but just trust us.
It ain't even that. It's they're shitty.
Yeah, they're bad.
They're shitty. That's just all there is to it. I mean, I grew up in New Mexico. Lots of family in Oklahoma, born in Oklahoma, spent a lot of time in Oklahoma, but I grew up in New Mexico. UNM, trash. Always trash. It's just how it is. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Maybe Arnold can change to running back. No. And again,
Almost
you know
too
what?
much,
Here's the
bro.
thing.
Almost too much.
If we're going to run the football with a quarterback, Hawkins is your guy. That's it. Hawkins is your guy. So, yeah. I hope to end Mars. I don't know. I mean, I know you're probably hearing this from somebody, and it's going all around Twitter that I've been hearing more Arbuckle lately too. I'm of the belief that I don't know why you don't go and get the guy from. I don't know why you don't get Craddock. I don't know why if you're not going to land these guys, these big guys. And from what I'm hearing, that they offered Dan Mullen. If that's correct, they would land Will Stein with that money. Huge money. So Dan Mullen's got fired like Seth at the last job. Dan Mullen got fired from a head coaching job in 1 year after he had his team in the New Year's Six Bowl against Oklahoma, by the way, and had a guy that got drafted in the first round. It was his fourth or fifth first round draft pick at quarterback. Fourth or fifth. So,
yeah.
There's a reason Craddock ain't coming here. What reason would that be?
Yeah, come on, man. Talk to us now.
Tell me why.
Space. This is a safe space, Topher. Safe space.
kind of. No, tell us why. We need Mullen or a prior head coach that can totally run the offense and not be afraid to stand up to BV or the rest of the offensive coordinators. A coach that will control the players in play.
What does he need to stand up to BV about?
Nothing other than look. Here's what I think. I think a guy like Mullen, if we're talking about it, and I wish that we're going to have Marcus in here in a few minutes, and we can kind of save some of this conversation for when he gets in here. But I would tell you that with Mullen, look, that guy he's coached Alex Smith, #1 pick. He coached Cam Newton, #1 pick. He coached Tim Tebow, first rounder. He coached Dak Prescott, not first rounder, but ended up being a first-year starter in the NFL, hasn't given it up yet, and he's been playing for 10 years now? I know Cowboys fans hate him and all, but his numbers don't lie, But yeah, Casey Woods. I don't understand that one either. With SMU. You want to talk about gimmicky? There's gimmicky for you. Safe space got to be Craddock. Probably wanted too many promises on who to keep or who to bring. Just my thoughts. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Are you saying that they've talked to him and they've scratched him off the list? Because I don't know about all that. What's up there, Satterfield? Good to see you.
What up?
Oh, you're trying to overpay for a guy that doesn't want to be here and hasn't coached in 3 years. Gross. I don't know about overpaying him. I mean, from what I heard, they offered him. I think it's what you would have to offer for a guy that might be taking a head coaching job. And according to some people, and again, a lot of this shit is Twitter bullshit, Twitter rumors, Twitter, even your quote unquote insiders like Brandon and those dudes, they say what they say. Could next OC cause DeMarco or Bedenbaugh to be out the door? Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
not Bedenbaugh.
I don't know about Bedenbaugh, man. That dude is.
Yeah, DeMarco, sure. Bedenbaugh, no. Yeah. Bedenbaugh's not going in.
The only issue that they would run into is these recent contract extensions, and is it something that they're willing to pay out for, let's say, a running back coach? You know what I mean? Like that's what I. I'm not on the fire DeMarco train. Right, I just want to make that clear. Now that you've done, do I have questions? For sure. Do I think some of those questions were answered with the Luttrell firing? Yeah, I do. So that's my thoughts.
Well, hold on just a second. let me send this off to Marcus. All right. I'm not necessarily where I'm saying we have to fire DeMarco or anything like that. I'm not. I don't love his rotation. Oops, and I just lost Big Mike too. I'm not huge on that. I don't say we have to fire DeMarco. I don't think we need to fire. And I'm damn sure not going to be. You're not putting me on the let's fire Bill Bedenbaugh train. Not there. All right, Boom. I'm hearing what you're saying, but I do like Mullen. I think he's the right guy. I think he would be one of the right guys. I think he's a guy that you know for sure he's going to be able to get the most out of your quarterbacks. I think that he's running offense to the point that you know. And listen, I don't know what just happened there. Was that me or you?
I have no idea. I didn't lose connection. I don't know. But
I may have accidentally tapped something, but I didn't think I did.
It's all good. I can adapt and overcome.
Okay. Hey, look, here we go. We've got Marcus Dent from Gridiron Perspective, our boy. What's up, my guy?
Man, what's going on with you, guy?
What up? What up?
Good to see you, my guy. Good to see you in here. We're talking a little bit of OC stuff, but we'll kind of stay into some of that. But I really want to talk a little bit more about kind of where we were at. Just to really, my opinion is this: that you need to play Michael Hawkins for the next 2 weeks. I think if you're trying to keep him on board, I think you need to put him in the game. I've seen enough. I think most of Sooner Nation's probably seen enough of Jackson Arnold. We didn't see Michael Hawkins. I mean, we saw him make some mistakes really against the South Carolina game. They were, critical mistakes, but we also know that there wasn't really good things going on inside that room with Seth Luttrell in there. We saw him digress from Tennessee going over to South Carolina. So to me, I think that was it. In my opinion, this is who you got it. This is where you got to be, and this is who you got to. You need to try to keep him around, not only just for him, but for his brother. You've got his brother coming in, Malik. So to me, I want to see that continue to happen, and that's just my opinion. But I don't know. What's your feelings on it?
Well, no, man, nothing against Arnold. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. A lot of people don't think that, but I think the situation that he was in this year really, really hurt him. And for him, I think he need a restart. Because from a fan perspective, from just everything has happened to him this year. Sometimes you just need a restart. And as a kid, I think his talent is still there. I think his arm is still there. You can't take away what this kid did in high school and his ability. It was just a point where things just didn't go right. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, just didn't go right for the kid. And we know whether he starts Saturday or not, we 100% OU. But at the same time, I think Michael Hawkins is a kid that, I think he's the future of the program for sure. He's the younger of the other so definitely he's a part of the future. So, man, my thing of it is that's a hard coaching decision to make, man. I wouldn't want to be the one to make that decision. But I understand your point, though. I understand your point exactly. It's not something that I disagree with because I know we're not going to keep both of them. I mean, no. I just don't see that. So if I'm the head coach and the one that I think is going to stay, that's the one I'm going to play.
Right. Well, and I think it's not a secret as far as what's going around is that, I don't think you keep Jackson Arnold around either way. Now, Big Mike brought up something a little while ago, when we just started, is like anybody who, somebody said in the chat about, it's not like he's going to command a big NIL dollar. I disagree with that because of the fact of he's an Elite 11 guy. And there's going to be people out there that are always going to want him to, they're going to be like, look, we'll do better with him. We'll do better with him.
Yeah, somebody going to say we mismanaged him,
5-star guy. Absolutely. Yeah. But so would whoever the new coordinator is as well, right?
He might. That's why I was saying that would be a hard decision for me to make. But I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't think both of them are going to stay. Don't know what Jackson is making or anything like that, but I do know that they're going to be looking at maximizing the dollars for the whole and for everybody. But a quarterback, he's going to acquire more. We know that.
Right.
So I don't know. Do you double down with both of them because you done burnt the red shirt of one guy? Now he's sitting in limbo. Next year as a sophomore, he don't play until he's a junior. Man, that's kind of a hard situation for a young man to be in, unless you guarantee him a red shirt next year. So that's the deal with that, man. So, it's a difficult situation right now for Coach Venables to make a decision. But
sure
we're riding whatever decision he makes.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. And so, and here's the thing. When it comes to that, and so, Stacey, you're asking, I'm not saying that Arnold's leaving or we're better with Hawkins. I'm saying that Arnold's leaving. I also believe that we're better with Hawkins. So I'd answer both. I think Arnold is definitely gone.
Well, let me give you a little insight, and you have helped me with this on my show. There's a kid right in the next county, a distant cousin to me, Camario Taylor. Okay, look at Georgia. Georgia's going after that kid because they're getting away from the type quarterbacks they have at Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
They need a quarterback that can make plays, not only with his arm, but with his legs. Think about it. After Jalen Hurts, what has Alabama done? You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at a trend, what's going on. And man, Georgia, they've been getting it put to them, although they won Saturday, man, but they're not the big bad Georgia that walks in the room and everybody lay down. Because this quarterback play now in college football, man, you got to have a guy with some wheels. So when that play breaks down or whatever, he can still get you 3, 5, 7, 10, a touchdown. That's just what we're looking at now in college football because everything is so fast.
Agreed.
So,
owner of the Yeezy mask, he says, hell, we can look at Manning at UT. They kept 2 good ones. Yeah, but
that's a different situation, man. You're talking about a
completely different situation.
Man, you can't, man, that's a Manning situation, bro. That's not a UT situation. That's a Manning situation. That's being managed by the Mannings, period.
That's right. And if the Manning family is saying that this is the right guy that they want to be working with him, then that's where he's going to be. This is not. Don't for a second think it's about money and don't for a second think that he's not getting plenty of damn money to sit on the bench too.
Yeah, go look at it. You can look it up.
Well, yeah, the on three ratings or what he's worth. He's worth at more than everybody pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, as far as because of his name, it's Manning, but they also have a lot more money with their donors than anybody else does. It's them and A&M, and then it's everybody else. Possibly like Notre Dame would be somebody else that maybe has that kind of money.
One guy said Jackson was born in Georgia.
And listen, and his dad played at Georgia Tech, and I think that there are some connections there to UGA. From everything that we've heard, and I've actually seen this in our own section here. One of the guys that actually watches the show quite a bit was talking about it, and he said that he knows Jackson's coach, his quarterback coach, and that he said that apparently it's a done deal for him to go to Ole Miss. I told you that. that seems a little odd to me at this point because of what you saw last weekend against Georgia. Whenever Jackson Dart goes out, their backup comes in and looks damn good.
Yeah, he the truth, man, and they know it.
Yeah,
they know it. But here's Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is going to bring in a portal guy for competition. The same way he brought in Walker Howard. He's going to bring in a portal guy for competition. That's what he does. He knows this guy is good, but he's going to bring in a portal guy for competition.
Right.
That's the way it goes over there. So maybe it is Ole Miss. I don't know. But Lane always wants a kid that's already kind of a.
He was an Ole Miss commit. He was an Ole Miss commit before Levy came to Oklahoma. So, I mean, I think that there's familiarity there, obviously with Lane as well. And you know how Lane is. He's guaranteed one of those guys that I could fix him. Jackson Dart didn't look very good at USC his first year. You know what I mean? He's looked better throughout his time at Ole Miss, but he's never been the guy that you're like, whoa, he's that dude. You know what I mean? I mean, he's had his moments, but he's not.
Man, he's a solid QB, man. Like I said, the growth up on the lane has helped him a whole lot. I've watched him for the last 2 years, 45 minutes down the road. So
sure.
Yeah, he's been pretty good, man.
Right. Big Bo, before we lose you again,
we're good now, bro.
We're good now. Did you go?
Hey, I'm up in my son's room. I'm about to set up a studio up here. Just not even play with the laptop. And the connection is terrible.
Wow. All right, then. Well, here we go. And I mean, I think this. Greg Gray says I think Hawkins will stay. I also think that it would be good for Jay to have a hard reset. I think his story's not over. Listen, I'm not telling you that I think that Jackson Arnold's story is over. There's a reason why he won Elite 11. There's a reason why he was a 5-star guy coming in. We know that he has the tools, right? But I would say that the way it looks right now, and from what we're hearing right now, is that he's gone, and it's just not really anything but that. And look, I think whenever you look at, and just what Marcus was just saying, is that you have a guy that is a true dual threat quarterback. He works with Kyler Murray's dad. Kyler Murray is the greatest high school football player in the history of Texas high school football. Never lost a football game in 50 of them. 50 of them. Okay. Yeah. So to me, look, I think it's a perfect situation for him. I think that, yes, he's going to have to win. I think you got to win the job. I'm with a lot of you guys that are saying whoever this OC is going to be, I think you go. No matter what, go win the job. But what are your thoughts about having him just as being a dual threat, a true dual threat quarterback there, Big Mike?
Yeah, somebody said something interesting in the chat. If he goes to Ole Miss, he got to sit out a year, right?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh,
that's the old rule.
The old rule. That's the old rule, and then the new rule that they've had about the no portal during the portaling. If after the spring, if they go into the portal, that they couldn't go to another SEC school, you could always challenge that and win for sure. But I think they're about to get rid of that portal period anyway, from what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So but this portal period that opens up in December, it does not have that stipulation on it. You can move
restrictions.
No restrictions.
Yeah, that's how Kate. Although we wasn't in the SEC, but it still applied. Green left. Went over there. So, I mean, like I said, man, everything that has happened, it's going to make the team stronger. I believe. The new OC. Although you're going to have Michael Hawkins there, but I don't care who it is, whether it's Dan or whether it's the guy from Washington State, he's going to bring a quarterback in to watch you challenge, to see how you perform up under pressure, because I don't think even Michael Hawkins is much talent that he has in his bag. I don't think it should be given to anybody. I think everybody has to come in and compete for it. And one thing I do know, Lil Mike is up for competing for it.
Yeah, I think he is too. I don't think that competition's a problem. I think that if you're going to hand the job to somebody, which I feel like that's what happened with Jackson, because
we all feel like that. Yeah,
there was talk in the spring about Michael being better already, and they had a lot of money invested in Jackson Arnold. That wasn't going to go down. That wasn't going to go down. And it's, I think that, look, don't get it twisted and think that there's not other forces at work here, guys. You know what I mean? There's,
man. Everybody is at work right here. If you're a father of a college athlete, you know, there's always conversations that you have to have. You know, everybody has to have a plan B. You better have a plan B, because you don't know what's going to happen. Your plan A is solid. You want to stick with your plan A until your plan A is off the platform. And then you have to go to plan B. And I think that's kind of where he is right now. I think that's where Jackson Arnold is right now, at a plan B. Like I said before, I want to reiterate on this. Nobody's writing him off. You know, if he stays, he's a Sooner, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if it was my child, I would look at it. It would be several things that I would have to look at to say, okay, what do we need to do? And then at the end of the day, it's the child, it's the athlete's decision. It's not the parent decision.
Sure.
You know, sometimes, you know, parents make decisions for kids and thinking they're doing the right thing. When you make that decision for the kid and the kid's heart's not in it, and he goes somewhere else to do something else, and then it's a screw up and he's pissed off at you for the next 5 years. You know, I've seen that happen too. So, you know, whatever decision that, you know, that family makes, because I think it's a family decision. I might be wrong, but just from what I'm hearing out of that camp, this is a family decision. We just got to roll with it. You know, just got to roll with it and see what happens, man. But I think, you know, you got the O'Neal coming in, and we all know, guys, Mike, we talked about this. It's hard playing a freshman in the SEC. That quarterback, man, look at the quarterbacks around you, man. They seasoned. They pretty much seasoned. 98% of them are seasoned. So it's not something that you come and play hot potato with, man. You just can't do it.
Right. Well, I agree with that. I agree with that too. And look, I mean, I think that the amount of time that he's gotten, that's why I think that you have to play in these next two games, because if you are looking towards your future and you can't look, I know what Coach Venables said a few weeks ago. I get it. And of course that's what he said. But I would tell you this, you can't be delusional about it at this point. If you're Brent Venables, you know that he's gone. You know that that Michael's your chance to stay around, that Jackson's gone. He was already gone. And so to me, what better, and I'll even move this throughout the rest of the roster. I don't think there's a better time to play young kids than right now. That includes on your offensive line. That includes, and let me tell you why. Let me just say why. I know what you're about to tell me is you got to be careful with that, because you're about to go up against the big boys. I understand.
Nah, we're ready for it, man. We're ready for it.
Well, and that's what I mean.
Bring on anybody in the country, man. You know, you gotta get baptized in the fire sometime, bro.
Listen, and right now, what are you losing? I mean, yes, you want to get bowl eligible. I know. Chances are you going to beat either of these teams with the way that you've been playing? No, you're not.
Man, I think we could beat LSU, and if Bama beat Mercer this week.
I'm talking about the way that we've been playing. The way Oklahoma's played on the offensive side. If it goes the way it's been going, you're not beating these guys either.
Yeah. That's true. But I'm gonna look at some positive right here.
Okay.
You look at a Missouri team who, you know, they played pretty good ball game against the Gamecocks at South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were once. I mean, if that damn what game was that that they lost to LSU? If the officiating hadn't been bad, they'd have won that football game.
Yeah.
Dude, we're
Lenore Sellers in the early part of that game too.
Yeah. If we were so just people don't understand how close we are. We're 150 yards. If we had 150 yards or 200 yards passing in that game against Mizzou, we beat them, bro.
Yeah.
So we're really close. Although, we're close, man. After South Carolina beat us, we thought we was looking at something different. South Carolina has some damn edge rushers that's going to be a first round pick, man. And we didn't have the blocking scheme. We didn't have it bundled up at that time.
Right.
I think it's bundled up a little bit more now than it. You look at the last 3 ball games, the offensive line has done a pretty good job. It's not spectacular, but it's way better than what it was at the first beginning of the season.
Sure.
So, you have to take your hands off the Big Bill, man. From where he started to where he is right now, that's showing who he is. That's showing who he is. So I think Alabama coming in after playing a Mercer, okay, we just played Mercer. OU is not that good. We got him at home. We got senior night at home. Hey, man, some Sooner magic can happen, bro. So, that's just how I look at it. That's how I look at it, man. I think, but if I'm gonna go numbers, man, I think LSU is they're in the dumpster right now with the coach, doing, mouthing off like he normally does.
Bro, we gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that.
I saw some of it. I ain't see all of it, but that's who he is.
Who is?
Brian Kelly, when he was going in on his player on the sideline. Did you see that?
I didn't. What was that about?
You need to find it, bro.
You need to watch it. He was
I didn't see it. I didn't hear what he was supposedly saying.
Nobody, you can't hear it. It's just lip reading. He pretty much, to paraphrase, he said, like, who do you think you are? You're uncoachable, something like that to the kid.
On national TV,
sideline. Man.
So the thing about it is, he's gonna try to clean it. Probably already tried to clean it up. But if I'm a dad, man, my kid's gonna make mistakes, and I'm not gonna do that on national TV. And in practice, you get his ass.
Yeah.
But on national TV, you can say something to him on national TV because you have to address things at that moment. But it's a way to do that.
Way with dressing down a player though, unless it's Nick Saban. You know what I mean? Nick could dress you down, but he didn't really do it with players. He did it with his coaches.
Yes.
More than anything else, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you another person that's like that. And I watched him for years. Dan Mullen is like that. He get them coaches. I've had players that play for Dan. A kid can screw up in the game, and guess who Dan Mullen's gonna guess who ass he's gonna get? He gets to coach.
Mm-hmm. They got coached or didn't get coached. Go ahead, Big Bro.
I'm not a Brian Kelly fan. I think he's
clown.
Me neither, man.
The pounding the table, being fake mad. That's hilarious. But I don't have a problem with what he did. I don't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Then that's just me, man. Because a lot of times, these kids need to. I've stated this position before.
I've been coached that way. It wasn't on national television.
Look, bro. I grew up in a brutal time in college football.
Sure.
A brutal time in high school football, and I get it. But here's the deal. As a head coach, you say Mike, he needs it, and he probably did need every bit of it. But you got to think about recruiting. You got to think about the university. You got to think about a whole lot of other stuff. Now, if I was in practice, I probably would have did more than what he did.
Sure.
Because I'm tough like that. When it comes to my kids, but I show them at the end of the day, hey, I care about you too. I don't crawl their ass and go go up one side and down the other and leave it there, and the kid don't have any emotions or feelings or anything attached. That kid know I'm getting in his ass because I care about him. I care about the team. I care about the whole aspect of what's going on. So I get what you're saying, Mike. I really do, and I'm with you on that. But this day and time is so many other variables that goes into it besides just the kid.
I get that too. I get that too, but I just don't think that. To me, like him pounding on the table, being fake mad.
Oh yeah,
and putting on is way worse than what he did to that kid.
I agree with that part.
Here's why.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Here's why. Because when you see him pounding on the table, everybody know that was an act. It wasn't sincere. But what you saw on the sideline
during the game
real.
whenever they were acting stupid against USC and like they were giving up first downs on fourth down plays because of stupidity.
Yeah.
Giving them
but all I'm saying is there's some sincerity
on the field then, right? Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
saying I'm with you, Mike.
Like
I'm with you.
I you know what? Like that was probably, in my opinion, and like I said, I think it's about shit differently. I feel like that was his best moment of the year. You know what I mean? Like coaching wise. Like seriously, because he's been struggling, dude. He's done a lot of dumb shit. Yes. But like that to me, that was and people might not agree with it, but listen, bro, like this is football. This is a man's game. People are getting paid a lot of money, and a lot of problem with these kids now is they're not
coaching. Buy players at LSU, Mike. They don't buy players at LSU.
No, but it goes to these kids are quick to jump in a portal because it's tough, and they're going to find the easiest route. And sometimes you gotta get your butt chewed. Like it happens, bro. I was 40-some years old. I still get my butt chewed every once in a while in the Army. Guess what? I just take it and move on. Like you can't listen to the tone. You have to listen to the words. And a lot of these kids these days, they cannot get past the tone.
Yep.
And I got two of them that live in my house right now.
Yep. And see, that's something that I had to kind of reinforce with Isaiah, as you know, with his mom and me also. You know, you got to get past you got to listen to the message. You see what I'm saying? You know, I remember one game he was, just bullshit. And, you know, me and his mom we crawled his ass pretty good. And the next day he come downstairs and me and my wife was, in the bedroom. He's like, "Can I talk to you guys?" I'm like, yeah, you can talk to us. He came in there and sat on the foot of the bed and he said, "Hey, look, I understand. I get it." But that's what Mike is talking about. The kid has to dissect. He has to dissect, got to pull that message out of there. And he got to cleanse himself with that message. And if you don't do that, then guess what, bro? You're gonna if you wear your feelings right here, then it's gonna hurt you.
Right. Well, and I also understand where you're coming from as far as the way it looks. And the reason that I agree with, I kind of agree with what you're saying, Big Mike, but I also agree with what Marcus said, because when that whole first, you talked about him beating on the table like that and talking that, and you could tell it was horse shit and fake, and he's doing it off a damn felt table in Vegas and all that bullshit. He wasn't really banging on anything. It looked dumb. But on top of that, where was that out on the field whenever you were screwing it all up? He wasn't correcting them out there in that game. So why now? Why do you do it at the end of the year whenever, you were already out of the playoff picture? You blew the game or whatever, and you want to get bitchy now. The truth is that he always comes off as fake. Yeah. He always comes off as fake. And when I brought
crazy,
that they don't buy players at LSU, they don't buy players at LSU. It's because of what he said when the Dominic Williams thing was. Oh, well, we don't buy. He was putting that shit off on Dominic and his mom and them as why he didn't go to LSU is because he wanted to be bought. You know what? Yeah. Fuck you. Don't pull that bullshit whenever you know damn good and well that you buy women's basketball players at LSU. So you can buy football players at LSU as well. Shut up.
Yes, you do. You do.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I mean,
100%
who
if
knows?
you-
He may have been berating players all year on the sideline, and that was just the first one that got caught on camera. You know what I mean? Who knows?
That damn camera's always on that dude. That damn camera's always on that dude. I don't buy it. So, in the end, yes. Look, I think that you need to be even-handed and normal. I mean, whatever you are all the time is what you should be all the time, and that's when players respect that. I've never been a BK guy. I think he's a pretty decent coach. I think he's a better coach than a lot of people. I'm glad, but you know, in the end, I think he's a better coach than a lot of people give him credit for. But I also think that he's full of shit, and so it is what it is. And yes, he kind of looks like a clown, yelling at players on the sideline. Look, the locker room is toxic. I don't think he was ever a great fit there. Is the other part that I would say. I don't think he was ever a great fit at LSU. You know, when he came in and it was a lot of fake shit, trying to act like he had that accent, bro. You're from New York. You're not from the South.
Yeah, doing the little dance and all that kind of crap. Yeah,
Irish Catholic.
I saw that. That shit was funny, man.
LSU Creole shit going on, man. Shut up and knock it off. That's not who you are.
Hey, man, you never know. Maybe you watch the Swamp People. You know, maybe you watch a lot of Swamp People.
I love Swamp
Shoot
People.
him, Liz. Shoot him.
Jacob. Shoot him. That's my guy. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I actually worked with some guys and went to high school with some guys with the Duck Dynasty and know some of those other guys, man.
Yeah,
man, that's real life, guys. That's real life.
Hey, man, Phil was a baller.
Oh yeah, Phil was a
baller.
Yeah, Phil could go, man.
He was. Didn't Terry Bradshaw backed him up at first?
Yeah, sure did. Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Phil.
Yeah, Big Phil was the man. Yeah, he's like, I like that dude, man. He's a trip. The Duck Dynasty guys are hilarious, man.
Yeah,
but throw the Swamp People dudes, man. That's my favorite show. One of my favorite shows that I don't even hardly watch TV. I'll watch that shit though.
But man, I actually want to go, bro.
Me too.
I want to do that.
Let's do it. Let's all go.
Hey, I'm serious, man.
We might be down. Let's do this.
Hey, man, I want to do it, bro.
Hey, listen, I don't know if I'm pulling no gator in on a.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, man, dude. Ain't no make me no difference. I pull the gator. It don't make a difference to me. I just want to go.
We gotta hide him now. He gotta go.
I'll shoot it all day. But I don't know if I'm pulling no 18, 15 footer. Nah, I don't know, bro. I don't know if I'm doing that.
Man, I like thrill, bro. I like thrill.
Dude, hey, see, that's where I'm different, man. I've been there, done that with thrill. I'm chilling.
Yeah,
chilling. No more unnecessary risk for me.
Hey, I get it, man. I got you, bro.
Man, well, the main thing you got to make sure you don't wrap it up around your hand because then you're coming in.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I'm telling you.
You can't wrap it around your hand, bro. It's a technique to it where you have to. Yeah.
I'm just not trying to be that face to face with a big ass alligator. I'm sorry, like we
see alligators fishing. Man, we see alligators all the time down here.
Oh, I used to see them too. Mm-hmm. But I wasn't in a boat like with them on a big ass hook with a piece of chicken on the end.
Dude, I could go fishing in certain places in Mississippi, right down in Starve, Mississippi, and you'll see the gators coming off the log.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They come up to Chattahoochee when I was at Benning, man. I used to see them all the time at Benning.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no doubt.
They kept their distance. I kept mine, and they let me catch some fish, and everything was good.
Hey Jason, he don't want to fool with them gators, bro.
Yeah, nope. Scared to death of it. He's scared to death of it.
Same thing with snakes, bro. Nope, you can keep the snakes too.
I don't like snakes either, but I've killed enough rattlesnakes in my day because they're always around. The rattlesnakes, man, they don't scare me. No, you just have to. Usually you can get them to. I used to just drop a shovel right in front of their head and they'd strike it, pop, and then you just pop their head right off because then they're all once they hit that damn shovel head, they're all fucked up.
Yeah, I killed plenty of rattlesnakes, man.
Yeah, them things are meaner than fuck though. It's what's sucky about rattlesnakes these days. What's crazy about rattlesnakes these days, you know, I was just talking to Legend about this the other day. Those fuckers don't rattle anymore. They don't rattle.
I heard about that.
You know why they don't rattle anymore? It's than fucking hogs. The hogs will just go eat them right now.
Yes, sir.
They hear them rattling. They're gonna go get their ass. So they've learned not to do that shit. So I know the last time I had a job in the oil field, I was doing pumping, and man, there was a couple of times that I walked right past one, and the fucker never rattled at me, never. And I was like, ooh, you son of a bitch, you gotta die now. You know what I mean? You gotta kill them then. If they're not even letting you know. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm cool.
But don't look like we're gonna get Big Mike on that trip, bro.
Bro, listen, I'll go gator hunting. I'm just not pulling it on a rope. Like if you want to get me like a fishing rod with a treble hook or something on the back, like yeah, we can do that. But I'm just not. I don't know. Just not pulling them on a rope. You know what I mean?
Rattlesnake roundup in O'Keene. Whereas we've got one out in this area too. That there's a shit ton of them. Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool, bro. Dude, when I went to this Atleta Bowl in Albuquerque, down there in the center, they got that rattlesnake museum.
Yeah,
dude, they have some monster rattlesnakes in there. And my kids was just walking around having a good time, and I was like, you know, there's some rattling and looking at the glass, and there's glass between us, but still, man, I wasn't getting that close. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not getting that close to snakes, bro. I don't like, especially rattlesnakes, water moccasins, like cottonmouths. No, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Those are a little different too, man. And I have a buddy that's from a friend of mine from the military was from West Virginia, and they used to put their minnow catchers in their stream or whatever, so you could just catch the bait. You know, you'd have your bait. He said one morning he goes in there and freaking opens up the top of that damn thing, and water moccasins come out flying out of that fucker. Yep. I was like, oh hell no, ain't no way I'm doing that. Ain't no way. I don't know what just happened.
No, I just don't like when they sneak up on you. You know what I mean? Like if I know there's a snake there, I'm cool. But like if you're just walking and all of a sudden there's a snake right by your feet, nah, bro, you gotta go.
You gotta die now.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You gotta die now. Yeah. Yeah. So,
hey, I get it, man. I get it. So, you know, like I said, man, this game of Bama coming up, man, I think it's a winnable. A lot of people don't give us a chance, but I think it's a winnable ball game, man. I think we have pieces there to beat anybody in the country. We haven't put a game. I want to say Auburn, but that wasn't a complete game. Yeah, that was just Auburn gave it to us, and we took it. But we haven't put together a complete ball game all year, and I think we do. I mean, I really, guys, think we do. Mike was right across from me from the Missouri game, and
trying to get me to get on the phone. That's who it was right there.
I was trying to. Mike was sitting right across from me in the Missouri game, and we could see each other. Man, I'm looking at his expression. I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at man, we had that ball game. You couldn't have, if a minute and 47 seconds or whatever it is, man, I was like, this is a wrap. And we gave it to him.
It was. Well, no doubt there.
We we put a bow on that son of a bitch and say, here, you know, y'all, you know, and like I say, you can look at, and Mike, I don't know if you did this. I looked at our sideline and our coaching staff, and bro, it was like a damn balloon, man. Somebody took a damn needle and they just went, shh.
Yeah.
Because they fought hard as hell that game, bro.
They did.
That was a damn fight.
But you give them the ball. You get a ball between them.
I know it, man. I'm saying.
And the worst part about it is we didn't have no business being in that game, bro. We turned the ball over too much. Somehow we had a chance to win the game, though.
Mm-hmm. We did. We lost a turnover battle, you know, and that cost us. You know, the muff punt right there. You right there on the boundary side where that ball would have went out of bounds. I get it. Kid want to make a play, whatever situation is. They get that. That's 3 points. Okay. That's one cost. Then we had another
It's
fumble.
21. Yeah, 21 points off turnovers.
Yeah, 21 points off
something
turnovers.
like that.
So
Something like
there's
that.
your ball game right there, man.
Yeah.
So if we could play, we could play with Missouri, and you can say what you want to say. Missouri is an SEC football team. They are a good team on any day. They can beat you. I think the matchup with them in Alabama was horrible. And Alabama beat the brakes off them. But Alabama is playing pretty good football. But I'm just hoping on a prayer that we can catch them with the head up their ass, from beating the hell out of Missouri and playing an FCS team. I'm just hoping we could catch them. Okay, we playing Oklahoma. They're not that good. And then get them in a dogfight. But I think the key to the game, and I don't know if y'all already talked about this. I think is containing Jalen Milroe, man. If Jalen Milroe has under 50 yards rushing, we're in that ball game. Not saying we win it, but we're gonna definitely be in that ball game.
Well, that's what I was actually on. I was on with the group the other day of Bama guys, and they started talking about that Saturday actually, and so they were talking about that, asking what I saw in the game, and I was like, well, I have a hard time seeing Oklahoma winning, except because of the fact you haven't been putting up any points. But I feel like defensively speaking, we've been in every ball game. Oklahoma's been in every ball game, and what you have to do first and foremost is shut him off from being able to do what he likes to do, which is run the football. Mm-hmm. If you can get Milroe to where he has to beat you throwing the football, then fine. Mm-hmm. Then that's what works out for you. But look, if you what I would say is if he beats you just with his arm, then you tip your cap to him and move along. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's who Jalen Milroe is. That being said, we got to do something offensively. Another reason that I'm saying you got to play Michael Hawkins, because we have seen no production the last couple of weeks too. Even really, look, I know they put up a bunch of yards and stuff, but
you got to run
the football. They didn't really do much. They still didn't look great against even. I know they put 50 or whatever against not much, but I'm talking Oklahoma against.
You talking about? Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying whenever they've got that game that they had before. I'm just saying the bottom line is you've got to put some offense out there too, and we haven't seen them do that. So what I want to see is, look, if we're going to get a spark, let's see if we can get that spark with Michael Hawkins. And if you're in a close game and you're not getting enough of it, if you can get it close, then sure, go ahead and put Casey in the game. I don't care. Because you got an opportunity to win an important game. If you put yourself in the position where you got a chance to win in the fourth quarter and you haven't, and that's without doing much offensively, and you need a spark, why not put in Casey?
Well, let me ask both of you guys this. Why did we get this kid if we wasn't going to use him?
Bro, I'm gonna give you my reason. My reason. Because they knew we didn't have a quarterback coach, and he was probably the de facto guy in the quarterback room, based off experience and playing time.
Right.
Maybe so.
That's my opinion.
If he's that guy right now, that's what we liking. So why not play him?
Man. Before you got in here, I can get behind any course of action regarding quarterback play. With regards to Michael Hawkins sitting or playing, or Casey Thompson playing, I can get behind any of it.
Yeah, and I would give him a drive, regardless of who you start. I would give Casey Thompson a drive, just for the fact is he's been there all year. He's been patient all year. I would give him a drive. I would. Senior, this is the last collegiate university of his career stop, I would give him a drive and just see what he could do. If we're in a situation where we're sputtering out and we're not moving the football and it's still a winnable football game, why not get a kid a drive?
It should. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that.
You know, it's just the respect of you
signed
him on, so you know that's kind of how it is with that. What about so what now?
We got Gary for
I say give more one.
Yeah. What's that say?
Everybody want to be us. We are the standard. Roll Tide roll. Hey man, you got your boy Smook sending you in here to talk all that smack, Gary. Come on, brother. I'll definitely be on with Smook before long, and he's welcome to jump in anytime.
Is Vanderbilt the standard?
Oh,
hey, come on, bro. You lost to Vandy, man. I'm gonna say it like that, bro. You know, come back with that. Look, while we're thinking about this, guys, we did beat a top 25 team this year in Tulane.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Ain't it? Tulane ended up being a top 25 team, but I think his OC is going to get poached along with the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yes, sir. But I think you know, we were looking at a Tulane team. We were like, we should blow them out the water. Tulane not a bad football team, guys.
No, they did kind of blow them out there too. They really weren't in the game very much.
Yeah, well, but yet and still, what I'm saying is
they had that pick six, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But
maybe if Michael Hawkins would have been playing, they might have blown him out by a shit ton. Sorry, just kidding.
But hey, look, man, it's one of those things, bro. What is Dupree? Hold on one second. This Dupree, what is he talking about?
Marcus Dupree.
What's going on, Doc? Okay.
Hey, Gary, you keep saying you're leaving, but you're talking a lot. You're still in here talking.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Let me we'll shut it down there for a second.
The question is how does he hear the headphones on?
Huh? What'd you say?
So how does he hear his phone with his headphones on?
I don't know. I think he's
there you go.
Yeah. Give them all that.
Put them on live, bro. Let them know we're live.
When I told you was on, they were like, "What? Let's talk to him."
Let's talk to him. Shoot.
Put them on live.
Yeah, tell him to
on live, bro.
already. What are we waiting on?
Send him a link.
You want to send him a link?
See?
Yeah. Send it to me. I'll send it to him. Send it to me or text it to him.
I did text it to you. Just forward it to him. The one.
Hold on 1 second.
Heck yeah. Brent may have bit off more than he could chew. Come on now. Hey, bro. These are two players' parents that are sitting right here. And just as Marcus, I don't know if you just heard what he said, but what happened in the Vandy game? Huh? What happened?
Say what now?
No, I was just talking to Gary from Bama here. He's in here running that mouth. And hey, don't worry.
Hey, send me the link.
Yeah.
Okay, you sent it to me and
I texted you.
Yeah. You got it. I got it right here. I'm finna send it to him right now.
Okay, cool. Marcus Dupree is about to join the show. I'll be damned. Marcus Dupree.
Find that joke.
Let me see.
Yeah, we doing some stuff in Tulsa, man. Actually, finna bring my camp series to Tulsa.
Nice. We keep losing Mike. We keep losing Big Mike.
Bro, I got a phone call. Somebody actually called me.
Oh, okay. This is awesome. Where's
I
the
just sent it to him, man.
Okay.
So hopefully he'll come on in.
That'll work. Let him. We sure be happy to have him in.
Oh, yeah, man.
Let's see. Where's old Legend at?
Yeah, I ain't seen him pop in here.
No, I haven't seen him in here yet.
Call him, make sure you got it.
Holy shit, Marcus.
Hey, did you get it, cuz? No, I just texted to you. All right. Yeah, just click on the link and it'll tell you to enter the studio. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, just allow it. Just allow the. Yep.
Let me know when you get it.
Tell them to allow the camera and all that stuff.
Yeah, to allow the camera and all that stuff. Yours might, What's it doing?
What's going on?
He got it. Yeah, he putting his name in.
Oh, okay. Oh man, a Sooner legend. A legendary Sooner.
Been raining all morning, Jimmy. Been raining all morning.
There you go.
There he is. There he is right there.
What's up? What's up, cuz?
The show, Marcus Dupree. The Marcus Dupree. Welcome in, sir. Can you hear us?
Dupree, he got to hit the mute button. Hold on. Let me call him and see, because he got something going on.
Yeah.
Let me see. Mute.
It may not have done his mic. There should be on your mic there. Can you hear us?
Hold on, I'm finna let him. Hey, you got the mic? You got it now?
There should be a little microphone thing that you may have to tap it to okay.
There's a little microphone thing that you might have to tap. Cause you showed up on the screen. You just didn't have any volume.
He might.
Oh man.
All right, hold on. Pull him back up, Jason.
He's not up yet. He's not on here now. There he goes. Here he comes. Can you hear us? No, because you're on the phone with Marcus, I think.
Hold on 1 minute. Let me cut my phone off.
All right.
All right, can you hear Duke?
Yeah, I can hear y'all.
Oh, okay. You in there.
Y'all hear me?
Yes,
yeah, you in there, man.
The show.
Got all that Jackson State on. You know we're coming down to the y'all got to come down to the reservation this weekend. I ain't forgot. I'm still a Brave now. Yes, sir. Ain't no doubt about it, man.
Hey.
Yes, indeed.
And I am honored to have you come into the show there, Mr. Dupree. As a Sooner fan, lifelong Sooner fan, man, we all know and love you. And if you were looking at the, you got to look at the comment section here later. Oh, there's a lot of holy shits in there going on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him.
What happened? Dang it.
Internet service, man.
Hopefully he'll pop back in real quick. But man, even just having him come on at all.
It's got to be his internet server.
Here he comes.
You got it?
I'm here.
I guess your internet service might be a little bit shaky. But nah, man. Go ahead, Jason.
No, I just wanted to welcome him in, man. We're all big Sooner fans, so this is a Sooner show. We are so excited to have you on.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Man, you have a standing invite. Anytime you'd like to join the show, we'd love to have you, man, for sure.
All right, just let me know. If I'm available, we can do it.
Sure, absolutely. Hey, tell us what you think about. Well, you got a nephew, obviously, playing for Oklahoma. How'd that make you feel?
Well, actually, he's my first cousin. Me and his mom are first cousins, and I love it. I'm hoping I can get my grandson up there now that he's balling for Jackson State. So I'm looking forward to that.
Right on, right on. Hey, can you hear us pretty good? Can you hear me good?
I can barely hear you.
Okay.
Might be that earpiece.
Yeah, that earpiece is probably that. But hey, like that ball cap as well. Unfair sports. Hey, look at that. We're getting a lot of folks in here now. We got a lot of folks in here now. Hey,
you go break the internet, dude.
He is, right?
Hold on, because it's like, hold on, I got a new phone, so that's probably what's going on.
Okay, I lost you on the picture there.
He's back up now. It's still
I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just can't see you right now. I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
And you'll need new technology. Hey, look, passion been on me about getting a new phone, bro. It ain't happening, bro. I'm drawing for life.
I got a new phone. It's like everything ain't in the same place it used to be.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
I got you, man.
Man, I was just gonna tell you all. If you could see this, you'll have to come back to the stream and see this when you pop in. Everybody in the messages in the right there he is. There's a lot of holy shits in there. a lot of people saying, "Holy shit, it's Marcus Dupree."
Yeah. So
we're glad you guys are on. Hey, Marcus, what y'all talking about? OU?
Man, just talking about a little bit about OU. I was telling them some things that, me and you was talking about, man, about bringing some camps and getting the kids in Oklahoma some more national exposure.
No doubt, especially around that Tulsa area, man. So many top high schools that's around that Tulsa area that's crazy. And right outside Tulsa, like Bixby, man, they won 56 games in a row, man. They got to have some type of talent.
Yeah, so we're gonna be up there, man, in February. Right now, we're putting together a deal. Jason, you're welcome to come out. If all you guys welcome to come out, man. We're gonna try to get some of this talent national wide. We're gonna have 24/7 sports there. We're trying to do some different things, man, to help the kids in different areas, man. Of course, a lot of people know I'm tied to the U.S. Army All-American Bowl.
Right.
Got ties there too. So, man, it's just, getting kids out, that normally don't get a chance. But we want to maximize the talent, around the talent pool around there and the state of Oklahoma, man. So we're coming to Oklahoma. We're going to do some different things in Oklahoma, man, to try to put some of these kids definitely on the map.
Yeah, no doubt. There's tons of talent around Tulsa for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a ton. And then the thing about it is too, everybody knows the top talent, man, but you got a bunch of different colleges in the country that some of these kids could go to, and then they don't get a chance to get connected with the Southern Elite. What we do, man, we do the little mini camps, but then at the end of at the middle of the year, we have a big camp where there's over 75 schools. We had Colorado, we had USC, we had Mississippi State, Ole Miss. We got your HBCUs, we got some of your top junior colleges, we got NIA schools. So there's a mixture of colleges that come to our end of the year camp, which is in June. But we do the sub camps to find those kids, say, hey, look, you can come here, and then there's somebody for you, to actually, look at your kid, look at the talent that your kid have. And I had one parent last year just broke down in tears because she had did everything that she possibly could do. Her son came to our camp in June, and he picked up 2 offers, and she didn't know how she was going to pay for it because she was a high middle class, mother that her son wasn't going to qualify for anything. but he picked up an NIA scholarship, and kids in college right now playing ball, man. So that's what it's all about. It's not about all the big time guys, because you're gonna get that, but yet and still,
yeah,
we just try to do it, man. We can give everybody opportunity.
Yeah, real quick, we welcome into the show our guy from Alabama. He's our Bama guy, Coach Smook from the
What's
Coach
going on,
Smook
brother?
Show, man. Good to have you in here. And it's good that you're in here right around this talk time, because you're one of those guys that you've been around a lot of play. You're getting a lot of guys ready for the next level as well. Coach Smook, you probably know Marcus Dent from he's around Ole Miss, Mississippi area. He does he's got the U.S. Army Bowl and that kind of stuff. So welcome in, man. I know we're going to be doing some trash talking a little bit about Bama and OU, but glad to have you on.
I came Monday morning. I came to be peaceful this morning. I seen what you got going on. I came to your side to be peaceful. I came to just check it out. When you invited me on, I seen Marcus on. I'm very familiar with what Marcus is doing. As far as on the high school transition and college landscape, man, I'm very aware of it. I've even had conversations with Carl Reed, over at 2047 Sports. So definitely, familiar with you guys. But love what you guys are doing, man, and definitely was listening to the show a little bit when I came through the troll a little bit a while ago. But I know we're gonna have a good week, man. And man, appreciate the invite.
Hey, man, it's always good to have you, Marcus. You back with us, Marcus Dupree? I've got him showing him on the stream, but I'm not hearing.
I'm seeing him. It's blacked out on the thing.
Black screen on my end.
Yeah, it's all blacked out too. And we're not.
I was like, dang, he ain't go around once I leave. I was trying to give some love to the GOAT, man. That dude was a bad man,
Marcus Dupree is a legend.
Hello, man.
Don't leave when I come in here, man.
I think.
You back?
He on the
keep going to his browser. What do you need to do, Jason?
I don't know, man. It should just go straight to this. Man,
oh,
the only thing I can figure is maybe I can kick you guys, because Mr. Dent is you're frozen up too. Let me kick you guys. Y'all come right back. Maybe we'll try that.
He gonna kick everything out.
Hey, don't kick me out, bro. I'm finally good. Like, leave me in. Don't kick me out, bro. I'm fine.
But Jason, what it could be is this: he might need to check his permissions. If he's using the phone, he needs to check his permissions.
Earlier.
Yeah, I seen him on there earlier, but it was still lagging then too. So
yeah, maybe he'll be right back. Now we got Marcus back here too, so that's good. Maybe it'll pop in here right now. But hey man, he needs to click the link on his computer. Then when it opens the browser page,
he's on his phone.
He's on a phone though.
Yeah. Dude, I'm on my phone too on a browser. I just click that link, and it'll say, give permit, mic, video, all that stuff. Click yes, and then it should be good. Join.
Right. That's what it should do every time. But I think he did that to start with, or it should only have to do it the one time. And then
but when his phone is saying, like, how you have your phone up, and then it goes black.
There he is.
There he is. Okay.
Are we working with grease now?
No, it look like we're cooking a little bit.
We can see that big smile, man. Can you hear us this time?
Now I can hear everybody now.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. Welcome back to the show, man. And we've got another guest on with us as well, Coach Smook from Alabama. He's got a great show, the Coach Smook Show, man. They have a fantastic show. I love going in there and watching them every morning. But, this week this is a little different because, it's OU and Bama week. But what do you think about the big game coming up, Mr. Dupree?
Well, I think right now, the position we first of all, we had the toughest schedule in the whole United States. And, the first year being in the SEC, I knew it was going to be a little bit tough. We got some bumps and bruises, but we got to take the bumps and bruises the first year. So next year, I think it's going to be a little bit better. But this game is going to be, I don't know, Bama look pretty good. We can get some people back on the field that's healthy. And make the offense work a little bit better. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be able to hang, though.
Well, I think defensively is what you felt like. If you're an Oklahoma you've been watching Oklahoma all year. You know that they've been really good on the defensive side of the ball, but they haven't put up any points. And I think when it comes to this Alabama team, they're going to put up points. That's the problem.
They're going to put up points. Yes, indeed.
If you're gonna play with these guys, you're gonna have to find a way to get it done on the offensive side. This is kind of what I was talking about with Coach Sean and those guys the other day. But yeah, the people in the chat are asking if you can still play, because we know you still got eligibility left. You know?
Hey, bro, the way they paying these kids now, man, I might have to go start. Hey, I might have to pull a Mike Tyson and come back one more year.
What them knees gonna be feeling like, Mr. Dupree? What them knees gonna be like?
you know, we still jogging. Marcus saw me take our little jog the other day before we went to the funeral. So I don't know if I still got the speed to go the distance anymore, but I can do 5 yards in a cloud of dust.
Student body left, student body right. At the 2-yard line, I got you, coach. I'm gonna call it down for you. I got you.
Put me in, coach. Put me in.
Coach, put me in. That's right.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. We have Sooner in Texas says, Mr. Dupree, are you still in touch with Coach Switzer, and how's that relationship?
Oh, shoot, man.
Coach, Mark, you want to tell him this? Should I tell him?
You can tell him, but you can tell him.
Hey, I talk to Coach Switzer just about every other day. We're in business together. We're doing some things in Mississippi and Seminole, Oklahoma that's going to be big. But yeah, me and Coach Switzer been friends over when he was at the Cowboys.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. And you know, it's been good. I know that you've kind of, it seems like your relationship with Oklahoma has kind of gotten back over the last few years. You know, that it seems like you've been coming back around a little more often, and we've seen more of you and stuff like that. So that's a good thing. I think that I mean, you know, I'm blown away by sitting here talking to you, by the way. I know a lot of people feel that way about you there too.
Well, it's been, I mean, I've been coming back and forth there, I guess, since the 30 for 30 came out, 14 years ago? Yeah. And people, you know, kind of saw what went on and kind of what me and Coach Switzer had going on back then, but he apologized, and hey, that's all I can accept. But man, you know, they apologize and we move on with life, and we make things happen, which we're doing right now.
That's good, man. That's good, man. That's good. Good stuff. So, yeah, we're not making any crazy. Hey, look, guys, I know you guys are tuning in here. All you Bama fans want us to come in here and say some crazy shit like we're gonna blow y'all out. It's not this show, fellas. It's not this show.
Correct,
hey,
man.
Hold up, I got you, Jason. Hey, AAA. Chill, y'all. Bama Nation, chill. We got all week. We're gonna let this thing simmer because I've been cooking. Jason, now you know I cooked it before. I started cooking it. I started putting the ingredients in the pot before the season kicked off, so nobody could be like, "You waited." But it's a nice video out there. Hey, you know what, Mr. Dupree, the rest of the panel, if y'all go check that video out for me, I think y'all enjoy it too. But it was
where we go? Where we check it out at?
Man, listen, on my YouTube channel at Coach Smook. Jason, you don't mind do it. You don't mind.
No, of course not. Of course not.
I got my own channel, man, at Coach Smook on YouTube, man. And I did a video, me and my brother. We've been going at it since the offseason. Actually, we were more so teammates in the offseason going at everybody else. But right before the season kicked off, I had to create some heat between us because we was too friendly. Y'all come to the SEC, nah, bro. I'm top dog. You know what I'm saying? I gotta set precedence. You know. So I had to go ahead and call him out a little bit. Told him them boys gonna be 6-6. He ain't want to believe it though. This is before snap, and look at where we at now. So it's gonna be a good week, man. Interacting with all the Oklahoma content creators and the fan base in general, man.
I think we
no doubt.
Marcus, we had you lost there for a second.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, it's still frozen for whatever reason, but
I'm frozen.
Man.
Yeah, you're frozen, man. You're not moving. But
good on my end.
Yeah, so there you go with your 6-6 talking, and you know you didn't really see how it kind of went down, but it's all right. It's all right. We'll
bro, that ain't even accurate. 6-6 ain't even accurate. We're gonna be 5-7.
See, I gave y'all 7-5, 6-6, and I have. And see, if we could, Jason, I would love to continue the conversation, man, because Marcus said some things. Y'all's defense has been the catalyst of the amount of success that y'all have had. And that's been a defense that I said needed another year to develop the depth, because that's where the problems is. No depth. The depth development hasn't been there yet. You see them starting to develop now. You're in the second half of the season. There's no more true freshman tag. There's no more red shirt freshman tag. No more brand new starter tag, unless you're the quarterback. This your second or third start. But I think this team is going to, like I said before the season started, year 2, year 3 is when we're going to see Brent Venables' roster really be who he's recruited, and his schematics. Once they get I think your offensive coordinator is up for question right now. I don't like how they're putting either quarterback in position.
Well, they've already fired one of them, and the other one's on his way out behind him. And the other part I would think would be the fact that you had your top 5 receivers went down very early on. We haven't had them most of the year. Had some issues with your offensive line as well. But I think as much as anything to us, it's just been a fact of, man, there wasn't a good game plan. Because when you go from top 5 in the country scoring offense and
that hurts.
And now you're in your hundreds. You know, all you had to do was be even kind of okay with this defense, and I think you're still in the mix. But you know, that's
Coach Moo, let me ask you this right here. You take away the injuries and not making excuses or anything like that, for OU, but you take away our injuries and you take away just some unfortunate things that has happened to us. And I know every club has the same thing going on, but when you have 5 starters out on offense and they're your receivers, how much would that have affected Alabama if that had happened to them this year?
Tremendously. You look at the growth that we want to see from Jalen Miro, that would have affected that part of it. And that would have pushed us into a situation where we're probably playing Ty Simpson or Dylan Lonergan. Like you guys had to go with your backup quarterback at the time. What's the kid's name? Hawkins, right? Michael Hawkins. Yeah. So it was similar situations. You had 2 quarterbacks who could have been QB1 coming into the fall. One separated enough in the early part of the fall to make, solidify himself. But then only difference I would say is I don't think you all had a quarterback with the capabilities enough, regardless of if y'all were healthy or not. Like and Jason, you're here with me. I never was fully confident in Jackson Arnold coming into this season. I felt like this would be his rough patch season. He would hit that slump. He would get a lot of lessons be learned early in the season, and then he would pick up at the end of the season. That was just my evaluation of him. But that was losing those receivers, man. All of your explosive options on offense was definitely an intricate part. But to me, that goes to show the Oklahoma fan base what I was saying before. In the SEC, depth is the main thing that separates you in this league. If you don't have a second string and a third string guy that could come in and give you first group quality production, you're not going to last long. You'll make it through the first 5 to 6 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 first conference games. But once them injuries start stacking up and them that time over, the season starts, them bumps and bruises start to build up. It affects your team, and that's what Oklahoma's experiencing right now.
Well, and I think whenever 5 guys out of the receiver room, your top 5 dudes, that's different than losing one receiver, a couple receivers, whatever. You're losing 5. Bringing in, it's one thing for a freshman. Not everybody's Ryan Williams. We understand that, but I also think that you can have freshmen come in and make an impact when they don't have to be that guy. When they don't come in being expected to be that guy. Part. When you've got nothing but freshmen that are coming in, or redshirt freshmen even, or the first time really getting an opportunity to play, and all of a sudden you got to step into a starring role.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough, man.
Well, we had, you had AP, you had Marcus that came in as a freshman, but you just don't have guys like that walking through the doors every day.
Right.
Dupree, your freshman year, how many games was it before you started?
I think 4.
4 games. Yeah.
4 games before he took the helm. You see what I'm saying?
So what was it like? But what was it like?
I mean, I played a lot, and then Coach Swift said, "We finna just hand you the ball and let's go." Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
We We don't right now. We don't have one of those, cuz. We got some good backs now, freshman backs, but it's just we don't have nobody we could put the team on the shoulders as a freshman and roll with it. You know,
there hasn't been another guy like Marcus Dupree at Oklahoma since Marcus Dupree. The closest would be like AD.
Yeah, AD. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
but come on, man. As a freshman, as a true freshman, to come in and do what this guy has done. Wow.
But what I'm saying is, you know, when Coach Smoot was talking about your twos got to be as good as your ones. There's a reason why that 1 is a 1, 2 is a 2, 3 is a 3. It's not because I'm not gonna say they're not as good. Some of them might not be developed there yet. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a kid that's a 1, he's a 1 for a reason.
Listen,
you're lucky if you have a 1A. If you have a 1A, then you good.
That's what you see in the SEC across the top.
Yeah, you got to have a 1A.
1A, 1B, every major position. Wide receiver, running back. On a lot of the rosters, you got 1A, 1B with the quarterbacks. You just saw so many injuries in the first 2-3 weeks of the SEC with quarterback position. You was like, man, you ain't know who was starting week 4, week 5. You know, it got that bad, but you're absolutely right, man.
Yeah, right. Another one of those comments that says, "Holy crap, it's Marcus Dupree."
Hey, Jason, highlight that comment from Neilio up earlier.
Peterson was pretty damn close. Is that the one?
No, it was he said something about my son and Marcus and Mr. Dupree right here. I got a comment on that.
Okay. Let's see. Neilio. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it starts off with basically he said he's asking me if my son, he called him the heat-seeking missile, would take out Marcus Dupree.
Oh, I see it at 10:43, Jason. 10:43, Jason. It's at 10:43.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Hey, here's what I'm gonna say. I don't know if it'll happen because Dupree was a bad boy, but my son is crazy enough to try.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say.
Tell your son. Tell his son. I still got people walk up to me right now and say, "Man, I'm still hurting from the last time you ran over me."
Hey, I'm not saying he's gonna do it, but he probably try.
Mike crazy enough to try it. Now he'll give it an old try now. That's for sure, man. Hey, it is what it is, bro.
He gonna remember it too.
My guys I played in Mississippi, they were hungry. We won as a 2A school. In 2 years, we had 13 guys signed D1 off my high school. That's how good we were. At 2A high school, we whooped 5A, 4A, 6A. Anybody who stepped on the field with us, we whooped them.
Oh, yeah. Like, y'all was bad boys, man. Y'all was bad boys.
Hold on. I'm about to text my pops while I'm playing. For real, because so I come from a diehard Alabama family. I didn't know any other team outside of Alabama for the first 6 years of my life. I didn't even know difference between NFL, college. Like, I just thought Alabama football was football. So when my dad started talking about different players and running backs and quarterbacks and wide receivers when we watching football, Marcus Dupree was a name. I'm like, Oklahoma during the 90s was hot, so I'm
in the 80s, in the 80s, 90s, come on. In the 80s and the 70s and the 90s. I mean, but Marcus Dupree is one of those guys. And I mean, if you go back and you look at that 30 for 30, and it was the best that I hated it that they called it this, but it was the best it never was, because what we saw of him as a freshman, everybody was like, this is the next great Oklahoma running back. I mean,
Marcus, are you working on another 30 for 30 on that?
No, we just did like a little anniversary, but we're working on a movie right now.
Okay, working on the movie.
Wow. Hey, so let me ask this: in today's NIL era, what does Marcus Dupree get paid a year? What does he get paid a year? That's what let me answer that, Duke.
Let me answer that. I'm your agent. Hold on. Let me be your agent. Yeah, hey, look, at a minimum 1.5 mil.
1.5.
And some oil well. Southern Miss offered me $250,000 a year. That was in Southern Miss.
Hey, 1.5. We'll start at 1.5.
That's where we starting at, boss. I mean, I'm looking at Justice Terry getting these and the boy out of
I
the
think
LSU
that's
commit,
too low, Marcus.
10.8 for
Hey,
4 years.
I say, look, we start the beating. We start the beating at 1.5.
Hey, guys, it's funny you guys say that because my mom was talking NIL back in 1982. She came to the Oklahoma State game, and they had T-shirts. The whole stadium had T-shirts on that said "Run, Marcus, run." So after the game, I come out of the locker room, and my mama said, "Are they paying you for them darn shirts up there that all these people got on?" I said, "No, ma'am." She said, "Oh, we got to talk to Coach Swisher before I leave here today." So that's the start of NIL back then.
Bro, if Marcus, here's why I see too low. If they're negotiating that defensive end from South Carolina, I saw him at 1.5.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah.
He got to be.
We'll go up. We'll go 2.5. This shit.
3.5 started. That's what we yearly. You want 2 years? At least we're gonna give you 2 years to get us on the field, but it's gonna cost you 2.5 per year.
Per year. I got you, bro. I'm with it. I'm with it. Yeah,
That's
I mean, wild. I didn't know they started him out with that, man.
Yeah, they put it. There's an article. It's like 1.5 or $1 million, and that's a freshman DN.
Damn,
not a generational.
Well, you got to think about it now. Michigan trying to break the bank up there with that quarterback, bro.
10.8 mil for 4 years, but that's the thing. They're changing. You see how it's just gradually just becoming pro league, man.
They want a 4-year deal, bro. They want a 4-year deal.
So let me ask you guys, what do you guys really think about that? I mean, why would a kid want to go to the NFL? He getting paid that much in college. He has no ambition to even go to the NFL.
That's why I think college football the viewership is gonna grow because you're keeping the best athletes in college for at least 3 to 4 years. So you take Dylan Gabriel. Take Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel could have went and been a free agent or a 7 or 6 round draft pick, but he went to Oregon to better himself, to get better on the field, and to put some money in his pocket.
That man gonna make 1.6 million this year total for all his NIL value and everything Oregon brings.
Let's say you're a quarterback, and do you want to sign a 4-year deal in college? Are you possibly shorting yourself some money if you ball and bet on yourself? You know what I mean? Is it effective to do a 4-year deal or do 1-year deals or take that money up front and maybe not make as much? That's why I look at it. And those are the questions I ask about them.
It would be a family. It would be a family deal, man. You know, you would have to sit down with everybody that's close to you and look at it. You know, some kids are going to bet on themselves. Some kids going to take.
I'm like LeBron.
They're going to take the money
year to year. I'm like LeBron. I'm doing year contracts.
Well,
you know what?
Yep.
If you're that guy, you that guy. I'm with you. I'm year to year.
There's a statistic that I think there only 3% of your collegiate athletes are actually going to go to the next level, the professional level. And in college football, I think it's 2%. For NFL is actually going to play at the next level. And a lot of these guys now the percentage has changed. Now it's shifted to where a higher percentage aren't even coming out of your Power 5 schools. So it is the best thing for a lot of these athletes. You think about that. That's a percentage, man, that you're not seeing.
While you can, hell yeah.
You got to get it while you can. So if I'm not a top 300 recruit and somebody's paying me $150K to come and play football for their school this year, then I go create value, and then the next year I'm getting $350K to come and play there. I'm gonna take that because I'm right now. My trajectory don't say I'm gonna go into the draft in the top 4 rounds and be guaranteed to a second contract.
What Ben G got to realize too is there's ways out of these contracts. So just like if my man signs for 4 years, 10.8 million, and he ain't performing, there's ways they can get out of that.
Yeah, they
know what I mean.
Let him go.
So it's not like when he signed that 4-year deal. You know what I mean? It's not like he getting all that. So you got to realize.
Let me ask you
You
this.
have to be on scholarship to get that NIL. And so if the school says, I don't want you on scholarship no more because you're not doing good for us, you don't get that NIL. But
there's clauses and deliverables that you got in those contracts, and you know, if you ain't meeting that, or maybe there's some pay to play, or you got to put up this kind of numbers or something in the contract that we don't know about. There's ways that they write in there they can get out from under that.
Well, let me ask all you guys something. Is college football the minor league? Like minor league baseball, they got a minor league, and kids is college football the minor leagues to the NFL?
No doubt. It's more the minor leagues than the UFL or whatever it is now.
No doubt.
No doubt. It's always been the minor league. Just think about it.
But I'm just but now you have the pay to go with it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Legal pay to go with it.
Legal pay to go with it.
Let's not sit here and act like that people weren't getting paid before.
No doubt about that. We all know that, but it's on top of the table now.
Yeah.
The
envelopes they don't even put the envelopes in the jacket no more. They walking up with it in their hands. They walking into the room with it in their hands. All right, youngin, here you go. I remember, so a lot of y'all probably don't know, Earl Alexander was probably like one of the biggest prospects during my time coming through high school. And when Coach Saban came to Alabama in 2007, Earl was like one of the top recruits in Alabama. When he came back from his Saban Alabama visit, right before he left to go in the spring, the love that he was getting, and Earl didn't go to college and do nothing at the collegiate level. One catch against LSU was the only thing I remember seeing him actually have on film, like on live. So, but what he was getting privy to, I already knew what time it was, man. These kids, they've been making money.
Remember, Coach Smoot, do you remember the deal that happened with what's his name? Natron Memes, was his name?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know, his high school coach and I were teammates in college. So, and I've been in the recruiting world for a long time. So I'm just gonna say this. Bama has been at the forefront of making sure kids taken care of, you know, and we can talk about it now because it's all in the past.
It's been there though.
Hey, Marcus, I was going to Alabama in the 8th grade and going up in the tower with Bear Bryant, and they was making sure I was good then.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Bama is the originator of this, you know, in the South. Let's get it right. In the South. But what I'm saying is this right here, bro. It's so much parity now. Alabama wasn't scared to do what they were doing. You had some schools were just gonna stay on the right side of right, and they had the money to do it. They just didn't do it. And you think about if this whole thing, when the Pony Express was coming through, what if that was legal? What would SMU be right now?
Oh, I got a story about that too.
Come on, bring it on. Bring it on. We want to hear it.
So it was like around Christmas, and so I go home, got out of practice, go home. My mom said you need to go meet the SMU coach at the airport. So I pick up Fred's brother, Cleveland, Fred McAfee's brother, Cleveland. So we ride over to the airport. Ron Meyer get off the plane. So how you doing, Marcus? I said, I'm good, coach. How you doing? Boom, boom, boom. He gets off the plane. He put $5,000 in my hand, said there's more to come if you come to SMU. And he got back on the plane and left. And I said, oh boy, what a great position.
Hey, like I say, man, you know, they was doing it then, man. You know, I got a couple kids that's in the NFL, and you know, Bama shows up at 6 o'clock. Day before signing day with one of the kids, $250,000 in the bag. You know, that was back in the day. You know what I'm saying? This kid didn't go. He didn't take the money. He went another route, but he's making way more than that now in the NFL. So, you know, don't get me wrong, man. You know, Mississippi State and Ole Miss, they having their little they had their little battles with the bag man in Mississippi. I don't know if y'all seen that on YouTube about the Leo Lewis thing. Yeah. But you know, it's crazy, man. And the kids should have been getting some kind of stipend all along, because you look at the overall picture, the money that the universities are making, most of it comes off athletics. So
no doubt. No doubt.
I'm glad we're here today, but I'm gonna say this, guys. Although I got a kid playing, there need to be some guardrails set up.
Oh my God!
It's got to be,
because you got to have some guardrails set up, man. Because kid in college got more. They got more leeway than the NFL guys. They can go from college to college to college, tap a contract. So the NCAA, in my opinion, you need to go over there and talk to the NFL and get and adopt some of those contracts and bring it to college.
Can I speak on
they're
that?
Going to have to sit down with the NFL and say, I'm the baby brother.
Yes.
Big bro, show me the way.
Exactly.
They're going to have to do that.
They got to.
Hey, let me get Coach Smook to answer that question real quick. Go ahead, Coach Smook.
Talking about the super chat.
No. What you said you wanted to chime in.
I want to interject on that the structure. So if we're allowing players to be paid, the whole concept behind Coach Saban NIL, and I'm only speaking on what I know because I've sat through that whole NIL structure briefing of how we can create value for your son if they sign here. When Coach Saban started implementing it when it got approved. So that's the type of structure that needs to be in place. You need to have resources available, financial advisors, all of these things. Create more jobs for the up and coming managers and agents and all of this stuff that's going to be able to guide some of these kids that's guiding them through their process during recruiting anyways. Now you might as well allow them to get incorporated. If we're going to prep these guys for the business of the NFL, of the football league at the next level, let's structure it all the way around for these young men, because at this point of the juncture of NIL, it's tainted. You're not allowing guys to really create value for themselves because they can get somewhere, have an injury after getting paid $200K, and now they're behind the power curve. And now what they can do on the field is not being produced because mentally they think they have to produce something that they're physically not able to produce at this point. But they got the money, so now they're going to go somewhere else and take their chances, and that's going to take away all the validity of the game. That's going to take away all the structure, just the passion that we enjoy for the game. You still holding on to it in the NFL because you have some type of structure, collectives, player associations, all it is. There needs to be something pushed down to the next level. Coach,
it's funny you say that. I've been working with some guys out of Washington that played at Washington, and we're trying to put together like a retired ex-college player association, just like the pros have the player association that I'm a part of. So we're trying to put together something like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
The thing about it is too, you got two people. We pretty much need like our own commissioner, not the guy that we got in right now. The big 40 thing. We need Nick and we need Matt Brown.
Yep.
Come on, talk to me now.
You
get Nick Saban and Matt Brown.
Gene Chizik. I even throw Gene Chizik in there. If you listen to Gene,
you can throw Gene. You can throw them. You can throw those three guys that I feel like that will come up with a marriage that could set the guardrails to make sure we, some of this freelancing is brunt. Is say, you got to stay right here. Even with the coaches, we was hollering years ago where the coaches can go, the coaches can leave, but then there's buyouts, there's different things. Okay, so you want my tackle? You want my tackle? We pay him so and so. You buy me out.
That's right. I think you have to get there, right?
Let me. So here's
you got a super chat, Jason. I think.
Yeah, let's go to this super chat real quick from Coach Rick. Thank you, Coach Ricks, for this. You guys are correct. Stimulations for my daughter is once she hits the stipulations, is what he's saying for my daughters. Once she hits certain guidelines, she gets her money. Then we get to sit down and renegotiate with other guidelines. Yeah, I think that.
I think. Yeah.
I mean, in the pros, we call that in the pro contract, we call that incentives. That's where guys, you see a lot of guys with big incentives in their contract, and that makes the contract bigger. So they should do the same thing with the college kids. When you hit this level, when you hit this incentive, you get this bonus. When you hit this incentive, you get this bonus. So I think that's the way it needs to be structured, something like that.
Well, yeah, so Ben G,
and all of that
damn near took the words out of my mouth.
And to me, I think it's funny that all these big time SEC schools and all that stuff that was giving money and doing it under the table, now that it's legal and everybody's doing it, now they're the first ones to say, "Oh, we got to have restrictions on it."
Ain't no doubt.
It's ruining the
Yes,
thing,
sir.
bro.
Yes,
not.
sir.
It is not our fault. It is not our fault. NIL was passed, right? And under the guidelines of like, hey, name, image, and likeness, you can do commercials, you get you a car, and and then programs took it from a collective NIL and started paying that way. And you know what, man? Like, if you guys want to put restrictions on it, I mean, go ahead. But I ain't mad at none of it, man. Let these cats.
No. I'm not mad at it.
I didn't make a dime. You know what I mean?
Right. I didn't make a dime. I didn't make a dime. I had a quarterback. I had a quarterback, Steve McNair, that made a lot of money, but we didn't. Some of us didn't make a dime no more than going to the store, and because you played football, they gave you a free lunch plate, man. That kind of thing, man. But what I'm saying is this right here, Mike. Let me kind of reiterate on what I was saying. Is I would love to be able to say, as a university, it's not restricting the player, it's restricting the tampering. I want the player to get paid. I want to be able to restrict the tampering. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only difference that I'm saying. Hey, go make
I'm
your
not
money.
mad at that.
Yeah, I mean, I think
I ain't mad at that.
Well, I think it should be some kind of guideline. In high school, your son just can't pick up and go to another high school just because he want to go.
Right.
So I think it ought to be some guideline. I'm not telling the kid to sit out. He has to sit out. I don't know the answer, but I know if you have a wild, wild west, things can go wrong without rules and regulations. And we don't have a lot of rules. And I'm not saying, just throw a bunch of rules on these kids, but we got to have guardrails where people don't go over the cliff with this shit.
Right.
I mean, what's over the cliff though? What's over the cliff?
What's over the cliff is I can play here this year, get money. I can play here next year, get money. I can play. So is that fair to that university? They're going to pay you.
I mean, so I'm being a little competitive.
No, I mean, you're a number one guy. I'm not talking about the kid that needs to. I'm not talking about the kid that needs to level up. What I mean, perfect example, Poppy Williams, number 5 at Pitt. He played for me on my 7-on-17. He went to a D2, FCS, San Jose State. He's at Pitt. He leveled up every time he went somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not talking about a kid that's playing at Tennessee, starting at Tennessee, and he goes to Alabama for more money, and then the next year he goes to USC for more money. You can't do that in the NFL, bro.
I don't have a problem with that though. Yeah,
I do. You can't even do it in the NFL. So why in the hell would we allow somebody to do it in college?
Exactly. I mean,
that's crazy.
Those are the guardrails that need to be in place.
They need to be in place, man. In other words, you're saying the hell with no rules. We don't want no rules.
So you're saying the guardrails that get placed by the NCAA that have been making billions off the backs of these cats, and now all of a sudden,
I get that. I'm with that, but you still got to have guardrails.
You still got to have You still got to have guardrails.
You can't just be lawless, bro. You can't be that.
Lawless. I'm not saying lawless.
Well, if you're not being lawless, you got to have guardrails.
Yep.
But what is lawless about a kid going to a school for 1 year, fulfilling his obligation, entering free agency? Like, I don't see the problem with that.
Well, hold up. So the problem that I see with the problem that I see with that is not a problem with him going from school to school. He can do that all he wants to, but you got to be able to give the university, say, we want to lock you in for 2 years. We want to lock you in for 1 year. We want to lock you in for 3 years. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's a guardrail.
Yeah.
You got to be.
But
it's not.
Is it a rule though? How about the school just take some initiative and sign him for 2 to 3 years instead of making it a law or a bylaw? Like, what I mean?
And I'm cool with that, but I just know that's not going to happen though, bro.
Wait, why isn't it going to happen?
I think it should be enforced as a rule, though. I think that's one thing that should be enforced as a rule. If you're, and that should be the max. I mean, you don't take anything else away from NIL. If you just get these guys and say, hey, if you're going to go to Alabama, you can't leave after your freshman year. You got to stay at least 2 years in order for you to receive a full payout. You're going to get
that's a contract.
That's exactly what it is.
That's a contract.
That's what they made it.
So, and that's guardrail. It's just like some jobs you can take. My brother took a job and he had to stay there for 2 years, or they got their bonus back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing, though.
That's a guardrail.
The contract would be the only way that works, though. That's what I would say, is because here's the deal. Right now, we know for sure that every year at the end of the year, coaches are bringing every player in and deciding whether or not they're going to re-up your scholarship and bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
We got a friend of ours that played at Georgia. He talks about it all the time. He's like, hey, man, they decide every year on you. It's a year-to-year thing already. So
it's a year-to-year basis, man.
It's already a year-to-year thing. So if you want to do that and you want to lock it, I've always been, I'm going to be that guy that's on the side of the players when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I am too. But it's got to be some rules and regulations.
Yeah, and you like to say,
think about that.
Hey, just the same thing in a human being. If you eat too much, your ass gonna get fat, right?
That part.
You gotta have some rules and regulations about your
I've been trying.
So you're gonna have to eat some carrots and peas for as long as boy, you crazy as hell.
I love it. But all these years, though, that we've watched the NCAA and the schools have gotten rich off of this stuff. The coaches have gotten rich off of this stuff. And the players have been the ones that they kind of, I mean, you know, that was, hey, look, Nick Saban could stack guys 3-4 deep.
Yes.
You know, before all this stuff came around. And now you have a situation where these players, they do have some leverage now, and they should have some leverage.
Yes.
Now, if you want to keep a guy around for 3-4 years, then you should pony up.
Man, I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna tell you
a school to watch, and I talked about them earlier. And they got money. That's USM. Y'all watch. SMU. You watch SMU. Look at what they're doing, bro. Look what they're doing. They
got big money
now. What they got banned for is legal now.
Right.
They coming.
Look, and the thing is like Zolfix says, I think restrictions should be placed on NIL, not the players. Well, the problem is that NIL isn't being used correctly anyway.
Right.
That's
the problem.
That's
what Dion is saying.
No guarantee coming out of high school because your name, image, and likeness has not guaranteed you any value by producing on the college football field yet. Correct. Jeremiah Smith has produced as a true freshman. Ryan Williams, all of these guys have been at the college level and they've met obligations to a certain degree. Bryce Young and Will Anderson, somebody that I witnessed personally use NIL like it was supposed to be used. I mean, literally Bryce Young made his name.
Sure. Well, and think about, but you know that Bryce Young had a $1 million contract before. I mean,
Saban he even got to Bama. Yeah.
Right. But if you're able to build off of what you've done in high school to have some leverage there, and you're going to Oklahoma, you're going to Alabama, and you're a 5-star guy, then you're going to have some value there. Look at Arch Manning. He hadn't played.
You're never going to get a top recruit if you look at it like that.
I agree with you.
Do we do like tier, like Coach Saban was saying, and I forget the other gentleman's name. They had this tier chart.
NIL shouldn't be touched. Here's what I'll tell you: you can't touch the NIL. You can't, because what it is. The problem with this is that the collectives has been the problem, right?
That's the problem, exactly.
If you've got businesses out there that say Marcus Dupree is great for our company and we want to pay him to endorse our products, then that makes plenty of sense. But if you got a collective out there that's saying, okay, yeah, we're going to give X amount of money to every kid, blah, 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 then yeah, that's not what NIL is supposed to be. It's supposed to be about what you're doing. It's a situation, right?
Right.
But I was going back to what
what Coach said is like you shouldn't pay a kid out of high school. That's what I was referring to. I mean, I just don't know how that's even feasible in today's landscape. I mean, shit, On3 got an NIL evaluator. You know what I mean? People.
I think that that evaluator is some
don't
bullshit.
Get me wrong. Yeah, it is. But don't get me wrong. In my head too, I felt like that's how NIL should be ran. But guess what? Nobody cares what I think. Because like in my head, I'm like, damn, you willing to give my son this much money to come play football? He ain't even done. He ain't even stepped on the field yet. He ain't even done nothing.
Exactly.
But shit, they was trying to give it to him. So who are these kids to like give me all you got? Give it to me.
That's the part I don't like, bro. I mean, kids ain't, they ain't proved themselves yet. Now you get a kid like you just said that comes in as a freshman, he becomes a star, and he's supposed to get a royalty check. Every time you sell his jersey, he's supposed to get a royalty check. Or anything he sells, supposed to get a royalty check. I think everybody else that's not playing or playing should get straight across the board $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and it'd be cool. That'll sell all this.
Well, and that's what's coming with revenue share, which was
that's coming.
The next thing that had to happen, right? You had to have revenue share because until you have that, then it's never going to be fair stuff, right? The rev share part, I'm glad that that's coming, but don't get it twisted.
It's already there, bro. It's called cost of attendance. My grandson gets it from Jackson State right now.
All the kids at OU getting cost of attendance,
Well, but there's different now for the revenue share that's going to be coming for all the big schools that are going. Because of the college football playoff, there's now like they've started it at $20 million a year per.
Yeah, I heard about that. That
starts next year. That's a whole different part than NIL. It's 20 million, and that's everybody, right? Now
that's a lot of money.
It's one thing for Oklahoma and Alabama to hit that $20 million to pay those guys, but for somebody like Kansas State, it's going to be a little different because they make about $100 million a year, and their revenue is $100 million. They pay out 90. So where are they going to find the other 10? So they got to have somebody that's going to pick up the other part just for the rev share. That doesn't include the NIL. So where the rich are going to continue to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer is because these programs like Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Georgia, all these guys, they're not just dependent upon what they get from the college football playoff and the XYZ, right? Notre Dame doesn't need your money. You know what I'm saying? It's not that kind of money. So it's these programs are going to continue to be able to pay the better players. Are they not? I mean, I think that's where it's going to be. But I agree that there has to be some guardrails somewhere. The only thing I would say is you're never going to get it on NIL because you can't. They made it clear. The courts have made it clear that you can't touch it.
And that's what.
Yeah, they hammer time that, bro. That's for sure. They hammer time that. You can't touch the NIL, man. And I'm gonna say this right here.
You can't touch it.
Yeah, that's right, baby. You can't touch it, man. So my thing of it is, bro, is I think the 45 team league is coming right here in this chair that I'm sitting in. Me and Coach Venables talked about that. Yeah. That's coming. That is coming. It might be 2 years down the line. It might be 3 years down the line, but you're going to have a different conference that's going to have about 40 teams in it. And some of these teams that think they're going to be in it, not going to be in it because they're not going to have enough money coming in to be in it, like a Mississippi State. You understand what I'm saying? So this is a new era for everybody. It's a harder era to coach in than it was 5 years ago. That's why I say, everybody say 3 years. I say give a coach. If he's right there on the edge, that's why I say give him 5. Because this era is an ever-changing era every year. Every year you got a new rule that comes in, then something happens. And it's hard to coach in. And I think, that's why Nick got out of it. He was like, I'm too old for this. I don't want everything. I'm going to win. This game is a young man's game, and I'm going to let y'all have this. I think that's the reason why he got out.
You know what the word is that's causing everybody to feel like every small detail needs to be exemplified or made in a bigger light this word called analytics. Everybody wants to be with the analytics for whatever it is, whether it's on the field, off the field, in the business, outside of the business. I mean, everything is analytics. And the more you could bring to the table that sounds like it's important, and a lot of people can start saying it, all of a sudden money needs to be thrown towards it. And that's what's happening to college football right now. All of a sudden it's analytics. It's the optics for each level of college football. And it's taking a lot of attention about what's the most important, what we enjoy the most, what happens on the field. So we're starting to see, like you said, guardrails being in place. That's going to help college football. But that super conference thing, man, like junior NFL, that's what it is.
It's going to be the junior NFL. You're absolutely right. What you think about that? What you think about that, Marcus? What you think about a super duper conference with 40 teams? And they have their own championship, and then the rest of the college football world.
It's getting that way now in the SEC. It's already happening.
You're saying the Big Ten and the SEC is
they've basically split away at this point, right?
Yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the most money.
I'm with you guys. It's eventually going to happen.
Yeah,
ain't no doubt.
You got schools that and you got schools that want to be on the right side of everything and play. We can't do anything, but man, this day in college football, you got to walk as close to that fine line as you can. That's the only way you're gonna win, bro. And it is what it is. I'm not saying you dip over the line, but you better be as close to that line,
right,
as you possibly can. That's how you're gonna win. You got the Dabo. Well, we're gonna be squeaky clean and we're gonna stay there. Man, you're not gonna win.
You're gonna be sitting at home, Dabo. You're
not gonna win a championship like that. And that's high school football. That's everywhere.
What do you? Yeah,
I want that kid. That I'm a Pee Wee. Just saying, I'm a Pee Wee football coach, and the weight limit is 100 pounds. I want that 105-pound kid, and I want to get him down to 100-pound booty butt naked on the scale when we weigh in, and then after we weigh in, I'm feeding them cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on the line, bro. I'm gonna walk the line. I'm gonna do it the right way, but I'm still gonna walk that line.
You gotta find.
You understand what I'm saying, Coach?
You know what I mean? You gotta finesse the system.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Finesse the system, bro.
Yeah.
And I think even at OU, I love BV, but we gonna have to make sure we just as mean, just as nasty, just as tough when it comes to recruiting and everything that we do, because our brothers next to us, they're gonna do it. Texas is gonna do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
everything possible. Everything possible. Trust me, I know.
That was a concern with the Alabama fan base. One of my concerns when we hired Kalen DeBoer, could he get down here and get nitty and gritty enough in the South, not just in the SEC, but in the South, in the state of Alabama? I talked to a lot of high school coaches. I know what gatekeeping looks like on the high school recruiting level. Like if a coach say you ain't cool in this region, like it's gonna be hard for you to get in that school and talk to these coaches and really connect with these kids, because these coaches really ain't feeling you. So you got to be able to get down.
Alabama got a secret weapon.
Oh, Courtney Morgan. He done came here and believe me.
That's the guy. That is the guy. That is my guy.
In the state of Alabama, weapon, the state of Florida right now.
Georgia, every school got to have a Courtney, though, bro.
He's national wide, bro. He's nationwide.
The general manager. I think you were talking about this, Marcus. The general manager position is about to become a new commodity in college football.
Yes.
We got one in Oklahoma too. We got one in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah, ain't no doubt. You can have a whole staff like an NFL, pro personnel. You got the scouts. You're gonna have the whole 9 yards, just like the NFL. You got to now.
Yeah.
Think I ain't been doing my homework, because that's what I love. Recruiting and analyzing, scouting talent. That's down my alley.
Bro, we're gonna have to hook up for sure. For sure, bro.
What them boys say now? What the celebration they doing? Call me
on, dog. I got you.
Yes,
I
sir.
got
Yes,
you, man.
sir.
Yes, sir. But it's a different. And okay, I got some Oklahoma guys on here.
Yeah.
Where do you guys feel like we might be lacking in some of this? I'm gonna start down.
We got to take out the white gloves. You got to go to battle. You can't go in there like Marcus used to say. Marcus Curley used to say, Marcus, you can't go. You can't win the Kentucky Derby riding a jackass. You got to fucking come out like everybody else.
Curly, yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You gotta be willing to get down and dirty. Now, you know, but you got to come out clean. You got to come out clean. You got to be willing to get down and dirty, but you got to come out clean.
Marcus, the best in the game. The best in the game is Barry Switzer. They need to go talk to Coach Switzer. He's the best in the game.
Hey, yeah, I heard. We done had conversations about that.
Please, hey, speak on that, Mr. Dupree. Please.
Don't go too far.
Coach Switzer used to go and just and kidnap kids and wait till signing day, and then he let them go. Go put them in a hotel and wait. I mean, just different stuff, man. You got to be creative.
Oh
man, it worked. It was Barry Switzer. He was a pioneer, man.
They call him the king for a reason.
Exactly. Let's go sit down with him at Coach Cabana and talk about it. He'll tell you A, B, C, D what to do. He's the best at it. He's the bootlegger's boy for he ain't the bootlegger's boy for nothing.
Hey, look, I'm telling you right now, man. You know that's a part of where we are right now, man. When it comes to different stuff like that. That's where we are right now. And guys like Barry Switzer, man, if he was in his youth and could come back and coach right now, I guarantee you he'd be walking through there knocking folks out. Hey, look, you ain't gonna get him. We want him. We're gonna do this right here. Mm-hmm. You know, and everybody has a style. BV has his style, but I do think, guys, you're gonna see a change. In BB a little bit.
As an Alabama fan, outside looking in, as an Alabama fan, and I told this to Jason before the season, I said, give Brett 2 years, man, before y'all really start putting pressure on him. Give him 2 years.
2 years in the SEC?
Not just 2 years at Oklahoma, but 2 years in the SEC. Yeah. Next year, watch how much progression happens with this team, but not just on the field. I'm talking about like their mentality, like what the persona of. And watch the fan base is probably going to have more of a problem with the change. The ones that don't understand the change that needs to happen, the fan base will have more of a problem at how they need to be viewed more so than the players and the organization. I believe Brent Venables has a great idea of what needs to happen with this program, which is why you see the aggressive nature in the way he's making the changes with his staff. It's going to happen. He has the backing.
Did we hear Dan Mullen yet?
Not yet.
Man, dude.
I was hearing Joe Brady here expressing some interest down there in Norman. That's what I heard.
No,
that's what I heard.
I don't see Joe Brady.
Right, that's what I heard.
We need Dan Mullen.
I think Coach Rick said make Barry Switzer the GM.
I promise you. I promise you.
Imagine him and Courtney Morgan going at it for a recruit, man.
Man, that's crazy. But I can say this right here, man. You talking about GMs. That's going to be, man. That's right now. That's college football. If you don't have one, you're not serious about winning. You're not serious about your program.
Bro, let me tell you this, Mark, not to cut you off, but because I got to go here in a minute. But just think about when Coach Switzer's era. We had guys from Compton. We had guys from Watts. We had guys from Orange County, South Beach. We had guys from the worst part of Miami. We had guys in the worst part of Chicago. And he made it work. He went and got them. Now, how he got them? That's the question you're going to have to ask him.
Well, man, we definitely appreciate you coming on, cuz.
No doubt.
We got,
no
and look,
doubt.
we need to, me and Passion, we got to talk to you, man. About next weekend. You going down, right?
Do Jackson State play the SWAC?
Jackson State play. I think they play
Alcorn
in Jackson.
Weekend, then they play
Alcorn down they play Alcorn at Alcorn.
Yeah, and then they play for the SWAC championship
in Jackson.
Yeah, so I may have to stay for that.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm talking about. Are you going to the Jackson State Alcorn game?
Oh, I'm trying to think about that one, man. Last time I was there when I was a little boy, and my grandma was taking my mom to school. I said, "Man, Grandma, where is we going?"
Dude, it don't look like that no more. I can promise you that, man. But we got. I'm not gonna be able to make the Alabama game. We're gonna be here. We're going down to Baton Rouge. But I thought about going. Passion was gonna see was you gonna go because she wanted to kind of support Janelle, and so we'll talk about that, man. I know you got to go. But I appreciate you coming on.
Hey,
man.
Guys, y'all call me anytime. Just Marcus got my number. Just hit me up. I'll be around.
Hey, man, I'll hit you up on that for sure. And thank you so much for joining us, man. No doubt.
And Marcus, don't forget to tell them about the 24/7 deal we're doing in Tulsa.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that a little bit, man.
Yeah. And actually, let's have you guys come on and talk about that before you do that. We'll have you We'll have you come on, and you can actually. We'll just have you come on and promote it for yourself. That'd be good.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys. Y'all be easy.
Nice
coming in.
Sooner.
Rolls high.
All right, man. Hey, man,
that's crazy.
That is freaking cool,
Marcus Dupree.
Marcus Dupree.
That's what you doing over here, Jason. That's how you acting up. That's how you stomping, bro. Hey, look, I'm
working on here, bro.
Look, because everybody was tripping when I had George T, but you got Marcus Dupree, bro. Like that's George T goated now, but Marcus Dupree is one. Like my dad is in the chat. He down at Senador Hines Sr. You see him. You see his comment. Yes, I'm telling you, man. And that's a diehard Bama fan right there. Diehard Bama fan. It's in my blood because of him. So when I like I said, I when you put the name in the chat, when you texted to me, I was like, I go and I look up the name. I'm like, that's him. Like, hold up. I'm sitting in the back. I'm in the back room.
We gotta give the love to Marcus Dent here because that's his guy, man. This is all because of Marcus here, which we very much appreciate you doing that for us.
That's my dude, man. I've been following Marcus for a minute too, like from afar. When I seen the interaction between you and Carl Reed, man, and I think it was either on Twitter or on another podcast or something. It was like a conversation y'all were talking about just NIL before the season kicked off, man. Mm-hmm. And I never got around to like getting back to seeing the content or anything, but I remember the name, remember the voice and everything. So. Man,
Carl is one of the up and coming guys. He's been around forever, man. And I'm glad he has his platform. Him and Smoke, they're doing a great job over there 24/7, man. But like I said, man,
a great job too there. The gridiron Insight. If you haven't watched it there yet, Coach Smook, you should check it out. Him and Michael Stevens, they have a hell of a show. I enjoy it every week. They always have some cool conversations that they have on there, and he's doing a great job with everything that they're doing. So I think that again, if you guys, anybody in the chat,
y'all all welcome, man, to come on the show anytime, bro.
Man, I'm still waiting my invite, man. I haven't gotten
Oh man, look, bro, I'm gonna get you on. I'm gonna get you on here real shortly. I'm talking about maybe this week. So all you guys, man, we just like seeing guys that come in and talk realistically about what's going on in college football and what's going on in the landscape. And everybody know my deal, my show, we talk about football, but at the end of the day, I want to be an outlet for parents, man, because, right now, all this information that we have out, we still have a lot of lost parents. And being a parent myself and being in the football world, it's totally different when it's your kid.
That's right.
It's totally different. Am I right, Mike? It's totally different when it's your kid. It's so many different things that you don't think about that you tell all these other parents. But it's helped me more now, being able to tell some about my different experience. I've been helping kids. I had a 7-on-17 a few years ago. I had 21 kids sign. 21 kids went D1 off my 7-on-17. And, I helped some of them. Some of them, went to SEC school. Some of them went to HBCU. Some of them went to, ACC schools. The kid, Chris Bell at Louisville, he was one of my kids. Corey Rucker, who went to South Carolina and went back to Arkansas State, broke all kind of records there. He's one of my kids. So the defensive end for Tennessee was a linebacker at Whitehaven High School. He played for me. The starting safety at Louisville, he played for me. So I've been able to be around a lot of this stuff, man. But everything is changing, so you don't want to tell a parent the wrong thing. So that's why I created the show, that I bring guys like, bring other guys on to tell their story and to tell parents what they can and what, there's a lot of guys out there trying to feed you a bunch of bull. Come to this camp, come to that camp. This camps popping up everywhere. But you got to go where you're going to get some meat. You got to go to the camp where you're going to get some meat, where you're going to get some traction.
Yeah.
Where you're gonna get some pool.
Well, and I said that to you before. There's a lot of kids. The parents just don't know what to do.
Right?
It's not in their wheelhouse of things. They got other things to do, and single family homes, single parent homes, things like that. It makes it hard. Plus, it costs so much to go to these camps. So if you're not up to speed on how you get recruited, there's a lot of guys that I feel like they fall through the cracks. They fall through the cracks and don't get an opportunity.
And I'm trying to help one of your guys right now, and it's extremely hard because they don't. He has film, but nobody has really seen him. And you got these colleges that are waiting on these guys to just fall from the portal. They're just like
he's about to be
a
3-time first team All-State defensive end, and nobody knows who he is.
And I have sent him to several schools. They're like, Coach, we like him, but we got 3 kids on our board. And he's an out-of-state kid. Now, if that kid, let me take an example, La Tech. La Tech's like, oh, he can play. But they got other kids on the board that they have had conversation with. And it's hard for them to put him, although I feel like he might be a step better than their number 2 guy. But it's hard for them to jump him over that number 2 guy when they had a lot of conversation with him. And they don't know where this kid and
plan and everything.
Yeah, and they haven't seen
Jason, where that kid?
They hadn't talked to the parents.
He's at Artesia.
Send me your stuff, bro. Let me see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
But that's awesome that y'all are on that topic, because that's literally, I have a whole segment on my channel, Under the Radar Recruit. There's a young man by the name of Bryson Riggins.
You also.
Yeah, I mean Bryson Riggins was on nobody's radar. But you turn the film on. I did a segment on the show where I was just evaluate recruits film live. Pat, I see it on Twitter. I tweeted out, "Hey, I'm evaluating you live." It started becoming a thing, and it's naturally just growing. But I saw Bryson's film from his sophomore year as a first year starter, and when I say the best deep ball in the state of Alabama, I was not playing, and this was in his green stage, and now he's in the system where he's out a year. And now you see him turning heads, man. I mean, La Tech, like you said, I sent to Kennesaw State. There's a lot of Power 5 conference schools that are coming and talking and showing up to, and they're looking at his size, 5'10", 5'9", but he can throw with the best of them right now. If you put him and Keelan Russell in an Elite 11 competition right now, he will give Keelan Russell a run for his money. And I mean, like, I've seen Keelan
Dylan
Russell.
Gabriel is what, 5'11"? If Dylan Gabriel 5'11"?
But where did he play? Where did he play in high
He's
school?
probably more like
What's that, Mike?
5'9",
You don't think?
5'10", really, to be honest with you.
No, I don't even think he's that tall.
But you get put in the right situation. So that's where my energy is right now, Coach. I'm just, the platform got to be used the right way. You get what I'm saying? Because it's so much talent out here. You got guys sitting on rosters that don't really have an opportunity.
Dude, I'm gonna give you two kids. I'm gonna give you an old school kid, and then I'm gonna give you a new school kid. We did a Southern Elite several years ago in Oxford, Mississippi, and I was a minor partner at that time. Now I'm a 50% owner of the company. When it comes to that, and it was a kid that came to Ole Miss. He was coming to Ole Miss camp, so he came to our camp, and he was like, "I'm just gonna come to this camp." He balled out, didn't have a profile, didn't have anything. Dude, my guy David Johnson wrote about him. I mean, he came to Ole Miss camp the next day. And he came to the Ole Miss camp the next day. I think Dave kind of like, "Hey, look, you need to come on to the Ole Miss camp," and he did. And he went back home, and everybody started watching his film. That guy was Creed Humphrey. Okay, another kid that came to our camp down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and no stars, no nothing, just raw, just a raw arm, just a talent, could move out the box, could throw, and that was Kamario Taylor. So I'm gonna go now.
Mario was a stud too, man.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, he only has 10 offers, bro. Georgia just offered him. It's no way he stays in Mississippi. He stay committed.
That's finna change now.
Oh yeah, bro. That's finna change. There's no way he stays at Mississippi State as a commit when Levy has his guy already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Levy has his guy. And much as he want to say, "Hey, it's going to be an open competition," you guys know how that go. You know how that go. And I'm looking at Georgia.
You're the number one player in Mississippi, right? You're the number one player in Mississippi.
Well, he's the number two. You got Deuce Knight, who's Ole Miss is about to flip.
Yep. But you got to get
Auburn is not going to be able to hold him with that record.
Oh Lord. Mm-hmm.
Hey, stop dropping all these jewels for these people, man. They be thinking I just be talking when I be trying to help folks, because you got people that's gonna, they do the whole bait and hook stuff to get you to read that stuff. I'd rather just let people know what it is. Like, I feel like that's the way media coverage is going anyways. So recruiting needs to be that, because then I think the players take a lot more serious about commitments. It's a process that's just, to me, is just continuing to get more and more muddy with NIL bleeding into the high school. Like, everything is getting muddy and muddy. Start putting stipulations in place and let's guide. Let's accept the new era.
Jackson to Auburn. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Have fun.
I mean, but I get where he's coming from on that one, because if we're talking about, now we've been hearing Ole Miss, but Ole Miss has got their guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and if they're about to, if you're about to flip Deuce also to Ole Miss, so I mean, they definitely need a quarterback at all.
Well, here's the deal. I'm gonna drop this last. I'm gonna drop this last nugget, and I'm not gonna drop any more. Ole Miss is willing to get him, but they're not willing to pay what Auburn is going to pay him.
Jackson?
And I'm talking about Deuce.
Deuce. Yeah.
So big yellow hammer, whatever his name is, the billionaire out here. He
mom like, "Hey, look here. You can change the whole projective of this household." But I know me and Dad done spent a little time together down in Naples when was down there at the FBU camp and everything, man. And Dad's looking at it. Might be you go to Auburn, it might not be good. You might not recover from what's going to happen down there, and that's what you got to look at. Mike, we talked about this. If you take this money and you go down there, and and all the damn wheels fall off the damn wagon, that next step, how hard would it be for him to get to another place? Kind of like the situation that Arnold is in right now. You see what I'm saying? I don't think the next school is going to give him what OU gave him, because the next school he goes to, he's going to have to prove it. Not saying that he's not going to get a great deal of money, because I think he will by being an elite 11 guy. But I think it's going to be more of a, okay, we got you in here and we're going to give you this, but if you become the starter, you might get this. And that's what I'm looking at with old boy going over to Auburn. I just think it's a bad situation, man. The kid Deuce, when he was an 8th grade, I got video. He played for me as an 8th grader. I had him on the high school team up in the mountains. We was playing a 7-on-7 tournament, and this kid was special then. And he had a brother. That played in Indiana a couple of years ago, went to the Cowboys. A lot of people, they don't have the same last name. So a lot of people, he comes from a football, and his brother dad played at Ole Miss. So it's some connections there. A trifocal that played at Indiana. That's his brother.
Dang.
Yeah, you didn't know that, did you?
And see, it's crazy, because if you look at that circle, it makes sense. It makes sense.
And trifocal's dad played at Ole Miss, and they all a tight family regardless. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there is some interaction. Ole Miss does not want to pay big money for a quarterback. They will pay big money for a portal quarterback. That's just how it is right now. And OU, let me ask you this, Big Mike. Do we go out and sign a portal quarterback?
Yep.
You have to.
That's simple. Yep.
You got to do it. You have to do it, because you got to get a guy to get in here.
Dude,
Look,
we got nothing but freshmen.
That's right. Yeah. We've got Zerbrug, we've got Hawkins, we've got the kid coming in, Kevin Sperry, which is he's going to be a great player. But you have got to get some competition in here for sure. For sure. Because you got to push these guys and listen, whoever the OC is, I'm guessing he should be probably bringing somebody with him.
Yeah, if it's an OC from another college, doggone well he is. Let's just go and throw it out. If
that's
it's
been
the guy
the trend for like the last 3-4 years with the portal. Yeah, that's been the trend.
If you bring the cat from Washington State, his QB coming with him.
And I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna say this one more time. I don't want to see another Texas Tech guy in here.
I know y'all got some bad blood, man. I understand all that, man. But I'm just saying,
man, they're soft as baby shit. That's why. I don't want them. I don't want these dudes around. Sorry. It's real.
Well, Mahomes, he's a Texas Tech guy, right?
I don't like him neither.
Look, Patrick Mahomes, come on, man.
I didn't even. You know what? Mahomes wasn't Mahomes in college, though. Let's say that.
I watched him, dude. I watched him
moments.
I watched a Texas Tech Kansas State game.
Yeah.
I can't remember why I was there. It might have been there for military appreciation.
Between Oklahoma
and I was watching that game. I'm like, who the fuck is this Mahomes cat? I ain't never heard of him. But that sumbitch was doing it all. And I was like, that dude, he looked big out there too. He looked bigger than everybody. I was like, who is this cat, man? I ain't never heard of him. He's killing these dudes. Running, scrambling, throwing, doing all the same shit he's doing right now. But I was like, didn't have a clue who he was, but we all know now.
Yeah, we know now.
Hey, Jason and fellas, I got to get up out of here. But I appreciate the invite, Jay. But I would love to definitely collab before the week is out, man, and get some Bama OU talking. You already know how I get down, man. And everybody thought I was gonna come in on some. I am not a rowdy person. I do not.
Bro, you can come in on some bullshit. We already know what it is.
Look,
Talk all the shit
I
you
do
want,
not
bro. We already
incite
know what it
violence.
is. Like,
I do not incite violence. I just be with the energy I'm at with, man. I
You
could
guys
meet you at whatever
do
level.
not let him bullshit you. He loves to talk shit.
Hey, like I said, I'll
In a
meet you
good
where
way.
you at.
Hey, man, we boys. We
Yeah,
boys.
this is my brother, man. This is my brother.
Man.
This is my brother right here. So,
Forever.
and Marcus, Mike, nice to meet y'all. On screen, man. Definitely going to be looking, reaching out to y'all for some future reference things, man, and networking things of that nature. But I appreciate it, Jason, 100%, man. And I'm heading out of here, man.
Find you real quick. Tell everybody where to find you real quick so they can find your channel.
Oh, for sure.
I'll put it in there as well. But go ahead.
Okay, at Coach Smook on every platform, man. Instagram, Twitter, the Blue Sky app now is popping. I'm liking that energy over there. The way it's set up. Also here on YouTube, I do my live shows. You go over there, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on. We don't have a set schedule yet because we're always moving on the go. Do insider recruiting for Alabama, majority Alabama. We do have a platform set up to give exposure to a lot of under the radar recruits here in the state of Alabama, and we're expanding. We're now in Georgia, Mississippi. Now we're getting over into Mississippi. Now we're stepping into Florida. So we're making our own little network connections, trying to grow and just do whatever we can to continue to help the game grow from this standpoint, from this pillar. So I appreciate all the love, and yeah, that's where you can find me at Coach Smook on every platform.
Man, we enjoy having you, my man. Anytime, you're welcome in here anytime, man. And I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you here. We'll get together for sure this week, bro.
For sure, man. Y'all guys take care, man.
All right,
what's up, bro?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. Team 130 SEC. Yeah, bro. You know why you got tossed into timeout. You're gonna stay in timeout. You no longer come on this show. That's all there is to it. I don't give a shit.
Sit in the corner.
Sit
in the corner, buddy.
Punk. Hey, and I gotta say to my mods, y'all know damn well that guy in the lawn ain't supposed to be in my damn streams, man. He's gonna get me all wound up. Thank you. Hey, Coach Smook, this is Pops, Mr. Hines Sr. Good to see you, sir. Thank you a lot for coming in as well, man. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
All right, so look, where are we going?
Jason, you'll be able to cut this show. You'll be able to cut this show up in 2 or 3 little deals.
I gotta tell you, bro.
Hey, listen, man. Where else do we go? Like, we have Marcus Dupree on here. Let's just wrap this up. And damn. Like, where do we go from here?
Oh, you can kind of there. I got some stuff. Man, yeah. I could be cutting this up into pieces, man, and putting it back out there. But
send me the video. I'll put it on mine, man. Cut it up. Especially when we talking about, the landscape and everything, man. Hey, look, send me the video, bro. I'll put it on my channel too, man.
Oh, yeah, man. You're welcome to it. I mean, absolutely. And look, I mean, I'm honored that we were able to bring him on. I thank you for helping us get him on here and stuff. So,
man, anytime.
Man, it's we have us. We just have a good time on this channel.
Yeah.
We just have a good time on this channel.
He has a grandson, man, that hopefully he's putting up some really big numbers at Jackson State. I don't think we have another kid on our team that is quick as he is. He's another Deion Burks. Is what he is.
I'm going to tell you something that shocked the shit out of me. When Marcus Dupree said there needs to be guidelines on what's going on in college football, I was shocked, man. I was like, what?
Yeah, dude. Hey, you talking about a guy who you remember Wayman Tisdale, the basketball player?
I did not expect that, bro. I did not expect that. That was wild.
Yeah, I mean, because he's looking at the game. He know what he went through. You understand what I'm saying? He told me a story, and I'm gonna tell this story right now before we get off. Him and Wayman Tisdale was sitting somewhere just chilling because Wayman played basketball, and him and Marcus were best friends. I think they were roommates or something at one time. And he was like, "Hey man, I need a car." And Wayman was like, "Yeah, I need a car too." So they call up somebody, and that person was like, "Oh, well, let's see what we can do. Y'all come on down." They went on down, man, and boom. And he just told his story to several people, so it's not like I'm telling it for the first time or anything like that. But he understands the malice of what can happen. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all he's saying. He understands the malice of what can happen. So he's a big advocate for kids getting paid. You know that. But he's also a big supporter of the guidelines so it won't get really stupid. And if you have guidelines, to be honest with you, I feel like it protects the kids from themselves. You know, because we got a lot of kids that's not like Isaiah, that's not like Lil Mike, that don't have the parents at home. So the guidelines is kind of need to be set up. The guardrails need to be set up to protect these kids from themselves.
Yeah, some of these parents are just like the kids. We don't talk about that now.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
Yeah,
They
the
just
same
like
way.
them. They just like them. You know, it just all depend on where you come from, what your dynamics is, and what your background is, man.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, fellas, I appreciate both of you guys coming in. I've enjoyed having, I mean, man, this is the best part about it. I get to have you guys in on the show every Monday. I mean, this has been a big treat for me a lot, man. I appreciate you guys. And I can't believe the season's starting. We got 2 games left. And you know, here we are. Then we're off back to another long ass off season, man. Another long ass off season. So, you know, definitely I got 2 more of these morning shows coming this week. So if y'all want to jump in and we'll do more of a preview stop for Alabama, I'd be happy to have you guys on maybe Wednesday or Friday, whichever, to do more of a, you know, that kind of deal. And listen, I'm still of the belief
I'm down for Friday, man. I got couple things going on, but you can put me on for Friday. I come in Friday with you.
Okay, cool. Sure. As I said, I mean, I think that there's a reason why, you know, we talked about what we were talking about in the early part of the show is I think that you need to see what you can get out of Michael Hawkins, man. You need to make sure that you nail it down because you're always recruiting your class right now too. You're recruiting the guys that are in your roster as we speak. Make that commitment to this guy. I think that it's time for you to do that. Make that commitment, get him ready to where he comes in and tries to, you know, and knows that he's going to get to compete with whoever's coming in with him. But I think that the fact that you have it, the best guy plays on defense. We want to see the best guy playing at every position on offense too. So I think that's kind of where we're at on it. But Marcus, Gridiron Insights, as you can see right here on the bottom of the screen here, Marcus Dent at Marcus Dent 93. We've got Big Bog. Let me actually I'll just put those up on the screen. There's a reason why I had that here earlier. So, you know, you can find at the Gridiron Insight for Marcus and that at Marcus Dent 93. Big Bog, he's always here with us on Monday mornings, and then he's on with Mike and Mike in the afternoons on Sooner Legends. That's also the Sooner Legends podcast with Mike the Legend, our boy. Mike the Legend, our boy. So we appreciate always those guys coming in. And yeah, Marcus Sooner Legend says you're welcome on his show at any time as well.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Same here.
Yeah.
Same here, man. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely try to take him up on that sometime this week.
Okay. Is this Marcus Dupree right here? Maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Hey, thank you to Marcus Dupree for joining us today. What a treat to have, you know, a true Sooner legend come in and join us and chop.
I'm about to go watch that 30 for 30 again. When I go to the gym after I get done right here and I get on this treadmill, I'm finna watch that joint again.
Man, I told him I just want to be in the movie, bro. I just want that much. I just want that much.
We're doing the USC thing right now. We're this close.
Yeah. I said, hey, cuz, don't forget me. I need that much.
Yeah. Hey, man, that is, and Emilio for our K-State / Oklahoma fan, thank you very much for coming in. Everybody forgot all you guys coming in. We appreciate all you guys for popping in here, giving us love, supporting everybody for the channel. Always good times, you know. I mean, we wouldn't do it without you guys, and we definitely appreciate you guys all popping in here and checking us out. Make sure to get over this afternoon. I'll be on with Sooner Legends and Mike Boganowski Sr.
What time is he going on?
3 o'clock.
3? Okay.
3 o'clock. 3 o'clock Central.
Try to make it over there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll make sure we'll get you that link out there too. But guys, make sure you
missed it.
There.
I pounded a 6-pack last week during the pod. Mike and Mike on Monday. Had a whole head.
I might, I like those, hey, I don't know. I might have to join you, man. On a Monday?
Hey, I almost did it with Jason, but I was like, nah, it's 9 o'clock. I would look like a real shitbag. Pounding beer at 9 o'clock. But don't put it past me. I'll do it.
On a Monday, too.
I'll do it.
Oh, man.
Hey, dude. But you got to remember, Saturday, bro. Saturday that hurt.
It's retirement, bro.
You know what I mean?
Retirement.
Hey.
That was after the Missouri loss. I was like, hey, they're lucky I wasn't drinking and driving the whole way home on Sunday. I was depressed.
Boy. That boy crazy, man. Hey, look, we got some fun times I know coming ahead. You guys know that for sure, man. So, man,
I'm telling you that I think you're right. And Neilio, by the way, I've been trying to get Neilio on the show for a while, man. You want to talk about a guy that is a well of college memories. He remembers it all. His parents are all OU. Both of them went. I think he's got. Tell us again. You've got a brother or sister that went to Oklahoma. Both your parents went. You went to K-State for whatever damn reason, but but I think it was obviously for the job he's doing or whatever. But no, man, this guy. If you bring up a name from anybody at any school that was an old Big 12 school or whatever, he's gonna know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He bring up. I was bringing up. I was like, who's the guy that he played for Coach Roybal? I was like, he played for Coach Roybal. I can't remember his name, but he won the Outland Trophy in Nebraska. He goes, it's got to be Aaron Taylor, right? And I was like, that is who it was. I was like, damn, that's awesome. So that's good stuff, man.
Him or Dave Remington, right? Those two Outland guys.
Yeah,
if I'm mistaken.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
I got a little Nebraska.
That dude is nobody. Nobody wanted this guy in Texas. No Texas Tech, no TCU, nobody. And they wanted him at Nebraska, and he became an Outland Trophy winner. So go figure, Pretty awesome stuff. Parents, older brother, and younger sister, all OU alums. My cousin Kelly Phelps was quarterback in the early 80s too. Damn. All right, see, so he's basically he wears purple, but he bleeds crimson. Come on now. You wearing, yeah, come on now. All right, man. Guys, we appreciate you coming in. Everybody, I appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure everybody, if you hadn't already hit that damn like button, I got to tell you, man, that's messed up. We've had over 800 people on the show already. We have about 50 likes. Come on now. Come on. Get us to that 10% number at least. We'd appreciate it. Yep. Thanks a lot for coming in, though. We will see you all on the next one. Going down.